And now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, let's get ready to rumble! 12 rounds of boxing for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. The referee for this bout is Randy Newman. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the white trunks with red trim, he weighs an even 218 pounds from Absecon, New Jersey. His professional record, 22 victories against only 2 defeats, 17 knockouts to his credit, and 14 of those 17 KOs within 5 rounds or less. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 heavyweight challenger in the world today, Carl "The Truth" Williams. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the solid black trunks and weighing in at 219 1/4 pounds from Catskill, New York. His professional record is unblemished with 36 consecutive victories, 32 knockouts, 28 KOs in 5 rounds or less, and 16 in the first round alone. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the undisputed, the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world, Iron Mike Tyson.
Number 2, obey my commands. I'll shake hands and come out of the bell.
Keep in mind that Mike Williams has a tendency to get hit by left hooks. Carl Williams, excuse me. I can think of better tendencies that a fighter should have who is going out to face Mike Tyson.
Indeed, Carl Williams has been floored 7 times in his career. Twice by James Quick Tillis, twice by Jesse Ferguson, 3 times by Mike Weaver, and in every instance, the decisive blow was a left hook. The people in Williams' corner are sincerely worried about what he does in the first 30 seconds against the Tyson onslaught. And it would appear that the strategy to begin with is to hold, and referee Randy Newman says, we're not going to start that way.
This is sort of a reunion here because both men are just throwing punches. In fact, Williams here has selected to fight Tyson inside. He claimed the other day that if Tyson throws any unnecessary punches, illegal punches, he will accommodate him and throw the same punches back.
Well, Frank Bruno felt the sting of Tyson's elbow several times, as other opponents have complained that they have felt it as well.
I got his head. Let me hear, John. Stop punching. Step back. Step back.
Because Williams' left jab is so strong, that should help them as long as he keeps that right hand up and watch Tyson's left hook.
Frank, stop
which is a
punching.
powerful
When you
punch.
feel me, stop punching. That's it. Let's go. All right, that's it. I'm here. You go. Get back.
Unofficially, I've got this fight being 1 second longer than Tyson Spinks. 1:32 instead of 1:31. It was, as you started to point out, again, Larry, a left hook.
Williams was very unhappy at the end of that. Randy Newman, the referee, asked him a question, obviously about how he felt or what his name was or where he was, and apparently he got the wrong answer because he stopped the fight immediately. I didn't see any reason to stop the fight, and I'm curious to see what that answer was, and I'm going into the ring to see if I can find out.
Good luck, Larry. 1:33, Larry. It was 2 seconds longer than the Spinks fight. The unofficial demarcation of the knockout comes at 1:33 of the first round, and you can see a disgusted Carl Williams who thinks that he should have been allowed to continue. And Ray, I've got to agree with Larry. It was a fairly peremptory stoppage.
Well, the way I judged it, because he appeared to be okay, but then again, the referee is closer to the pitcher than we are.
What was that question likely to be?
Where are you? What day is this? And here we see the left hook that put Williams down. Williams had dropped that right hand, and I had indicated earlier that the jab will be the key, but in throwing the left jab, he must also keep that right hand up and power. There's that left hook.
And you saw Mike pivot upward with both feet planted and turn the hips into the punch. This is where the power comes from.
The reason people fear Mike Tyson because he's one of the few, if not the only man, that can knock you out in the heavyweight division with one punch.
Here's another look at the devastating left hook.
And what Tyson does here, he bobs and weaves, gets under that jab and counters with a beautiful left hook.
Perfectly timed as Williams was dropping the right hand, just as you said he did after throwing the jab.
Well, what happened for Williams is the fact that his left hand, his left jab rather, was working, and he felt very comfortable.
That was a look back at the conversation between Randy Newman and Carl Williams, which led to the stoppage.
Mike Tyson, as usual, awesome.
When he got up at 8, he was wobbly. He wasn't standing up. He was leaning against the ropes. I asked him a question, a very simple question. How do you feel? Not for the answer, but to see how he responded. His eyes were blank. His expression was blank. He had no answer.
Is there any chance that he misunderstood what you wanted him to respond to?
I don't think so. Let me tell you why. He's had a lot of professional fights and a lot of amateur fights. When a fighter is knocked down, and I had 38 fights, when a fighter is knocked down, the first thing he wants to prove when he gets up to the referee is that he's in good shape. Number one, he wasn't standing on his feet. He was leaning on the ropes. Number two, he couldn't answer me. And number three, his eyes were dead.
Thank you very much, Randy. And now back to ringside.
All right, thanks very much, Larry, and thank you for pointing out that the crowd is booing, as there were obviously a fair number within this congregation who did not feel that the bout should have been stopped quite so quickly.
What happened from your point of view? Did you see him really dazed?
Well, no, I noticed my trainers would tell me we were slipping and hooking. So when we slip, because usually I come in that slip and I get in there, and that's the hardest part of getting in there, and I never threw the punch. And so we were practicing like a slip. So you're in there, instantaneously, bing, throw the punch. And I did, I was successful.
Were you surprised that he stayed on top of you as much as he did, that he didn't try to move?
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I just knew it took it just for a matter of time. I loved it.
So you knew that as soon as he was doing that, that you were going to get a clean shot sooner or later.
Exactly. And my punches were accurate and pinpoint, and I knew eventually I was going to get him.
He has a reputation for getting hit with left hooks. Were you looking for that opening?
No, I was very confident. I wanted to hit him, catch him with a good right hand. Believe me, my right hand is my favorite punch, but I never catch anyone with it. You know, it's my best punch, and I always hit guys with left hooks.
All right, we're going to try to take a look at the
where's the monitor?
At the monitor, if we can find it, so that we can determine what happened.
Champion non-pro.
All right. Okay, it was a clean left hook. Did you? I mean, you sparred with him years ago. We know that it didn't mean anything. Were you surprised that he went so fast?
Well, no, I knew if I catch someone clean, they'll go, regardless who they are. Mm-hmm. But you know, when the referee he hit him with a shot, it looked like he was able to get up, but I guess the referee called what he saw, because I didn't think he was hurt that bad, but I know I hit him with a clean shot.
Speculate for me. How long would it have taken you to get him down a second time if the fight went on?
Oh, no problem. I'd have been all over him. Maybe it's better that the referee did stop early. I would have been all over him. That's when I'm most dangerously, when I know I have someone hurt.
You've talked about being in control of your career. Tell us what you think is next. Who is next?
Well, I'm just taking it one step at a time. I'll fight anybody, you know what I mean? I don't discriminate from anybody. I'm the best fighter in the world, and there's no man that can beat me.
8 rounds of boxing in the heavyweight division. When the bell rings, referee Jerry Armstrong will be in charge of the action. Fighting out of the red corner tonight and wearing white trunks with blue trim and weighing in at 230 pounds, He has a professional record of 24 wins, 18 of those by knockout, with 3 defeats. He's from Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome Donnell Doc Nicholson. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing trunks colored like the Mexican flag. He has a professional record of 17 wins. 15 of those are by knockout. 8 losses with 1 draw. From Monterrey, Mexico, please welcome Marcos Torito Gonzalez.
Okay, referee Jerry Armstrong, former Olympic medalist, finishes the instructions. We're scheduled for 8.
Give me a time.
And Donnell Nicholson didn't have such a great 96. Bob, he had 2 losses, getting stopped by Andrew Galata back in March in 8 rounds. Kirk Johnson beating him in a 10-round decision. And again, a classic case of every time he steps up in competition, gets knocked back down.
Yeah, and he steps way up, too. You know, you look at the Galatas and Kirk Johnson, who's one of the young heavyweights to watch. It just, you know, a guy comes along like Donnell Nicholson, you know, he's fighting every other month, staying busy with mediocre opposition. All of a sudden, they step it way up, and they combine that with, you know, he's fighting every 6 months now and only in bigger fights, which you could attribute that to a lot of things. Maybe he's fighting, you know, wants to get paid now when he fights, or, you know, through with all that activity, but it's definitely a change from the way his career started off.
Well, 29 years of age right now. Got a 24-3 record, 18 big knockouts, has good punching power. His first loss, though, came back in March, April of '93. Jeremy Williams stopped him in 2 rounds, and at that time, that was considered a big thing where both he and Williams, up-and-coming fighters, very rare to see guys in that situation actually fight each other, and of course, Williams came out on top, and then rattled off a bunch of wins, including a win over Johnny Ruiz, which is now has to be looked upon as the biggest win of Nicholson's career.
Right, and if you saw that fight, Ruiz could have easily won it. He closed Nicholson's eye with a good, strong jab early in the fight. And Nicholson pulled it out and win in the later rounds. It was an excellent pairing, but what you could see is, you know, there's a guy that hasn't been overly protected. He's been put in, and when you get put in like that, certainly with Jeremy Williams and following up with Johnny Ruiz, you got to expect that you're not going to have an unblemished record. Something's got to give.
26-year-old Marcos Gonzalez came in today, 17-8 record, 1 draw, 15 knockouts. He does have punching power. He's in the white shorts with the red stripe. Nicholson's in the white with the blue waistband. Good body work, good jab. Nicholson looking fairly sharp here in round number 1.
Marcos Gonzalez has got to pressure him. He can't stand on the outside and try to box with Nicholson. You got to get in and make a fight of it.
Gonzalez not known for his chin, Bob. He's been stopped 6 times.
No, he doesn't have anybody to work with down in Mexico. He trains hard, but he just doesn't get the sparring. And when he steps it way up to this quality, he's hard pressed. But we have seen him. He's got a lot of
Gonzalez is rocked here now, too. 30 seconds to go in round number 1, and Gonzalez on very shaky legs could be going in any second. Nicholson continues to punch away. Very glassy eyes. Good body shot by Nicholson. Nothing being offered back. Taking a quick look now into the eyes. As we reach the 10-second mark, and Gonzalez trying to hold on and survive round number 1. We're scheduled for 8. First round for Donnell Nicholson came in 24-3, 18 in knockouts. He's in the white shorts, blue stripe, very shaky legs. Marcos Gonzalez barely made it through the end of the round without going down. He's in the white shorts, green stripe on one side, red on the other for representing his home country of Mexico. Comes out of Monterrey, good uppercut by Nicholson.
This is just target practice for Nicholson, and you can see he came out this round using a little lateral movement. Now he's settling down again, mixing up his...
Oh, and down from a right. Marcos Gonzalez. Still over 2 minutes to go in round number 2. Gonzalez looks over in his corner, maybe hoping that they'll throw in a towel. Jerry Armstrong counts 10, and it's all over. Donnell Nicholson with a stunning second-round knockout of Marcos Gonzalez. And he's going to improve to 25-3. That's his 19th knockout in 1997. Certainly go up to a much better start for Donnell Nicholson than 1996 was. We take a look here at the action. There was that right hand, followed by another big right over the top. Gonzalez trying to fight back. Nicholson going downstairs, and there's the final right over the top as well. And down went Marcos Gonzalez. Take a look from another angle. And a lot more action. You know, Donnell Nicholson, one of the knocks on him is that he didn't always come out so intense. Especially, you take a look, all of his early knockouts came early in his career, but you take a look at him beginning back in 1994, and he never was a fast starter. So we're going to go up to a ring announcer, Chuck Matheson, with the official time of the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner by way of knockouts at 52 seconds of the second round, Donnell Doc Nicholson.
All right. Once again, Donnell Nicholson improves to 25-3, 19 knockouts. Marcos Gonzalez drops down to 17-9.
We've seen some outstanding action thus far, folks, and we're going to try to continue that trend now by showing you a fight on the undercard that was recorded earlier. It involves 1996 Olympic bronze medalist Floyd Mayweather Jr., 14-0 since turning pro. Here's a look at one of boxing's rising stars who certainly lives up to the name Pretty Boy. He's trained by his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., who has shown him an awful lot of tricks, and I think it might be safe to say that not only has he learned a lot in the ring, he's learned a lot that could fall into the family tricks category.
I always know him as Little Floyd. That's my son. I'm Big Floyd. There you go. He don't like me to call him Little Floyd. He don't like it at all.
Beautiful Little Floyd. Nice shots inside. Nice shots inside. There you go.
So he can't be nothing but Little Floyd, however you want to look at it. I'm Big Floyd, Little Floyd. Don't call me that.
Little Floyd would prefer you call him Pretty Boy Floyd. The Olympic bronze medalist from '96 is now reunited with his father, a former welterweight contender who once faced Sugar Ray Leonard. But living large in the world of boxing caught up with Big Floyd. He was busted for drug trafficking and served 5.5 years in prison. Now he's back as father, friend, and full-time trainer.
That's it. That's what I want. Vince, you done ran out of gas. Ain't no filling station around.
I know a lot of people want to see me and my father break up. That's what people want to see. They want to see us break up. But it ain't going to happen. You know, no matter what, because I know he's the best thing for me. And I know I got this far by all his teachings. Dig the body, take the gas out of him, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm glad he's back in my life. I need somebody who's on my back. Because when he's riding me, that what makes me a winner.
That's it. That's nice, Little Floyd inside. Come on.
Floyd Sr. is back in his life, and this is how we called it earlier. Floyd Mayweather, 1996 Olympic bronze medalist, trying to size him up, realizing that he's got a strong opponent in the ring, if not one who has had an awful lot of activity in the past year.
You picked up something in that first round when you said that Melo looked like an experienced fighter. You have to remember that supposedly he's had over 200 amateur fights. So he's certainly showing a lot of courage, exchanging with Mayweather.
And Mayweather getting the best of the exchanges, a flurry of punches. But again, Melo showing some strength as he comes back, not landing nearly as many, but with power.
Well, the reason why Melo's staying in there with Mayweather is because of the 200 fights he had in his amateur career. He feels the confidence. He knows he's been up against world-class opposition, and I feel that he can stay in there with Mayweather and exchange punches.
Blood coming from the right nostril of Miguel Melo, courtesy of the tags, the quick tags by Floyd Mayweather. And Oscar mentioned the amateur record of Miguel Melo, 204 in the amateur ranks. Not nearly as much clowning around by Melo in this round.
Well, now he knows that Mayweather's in there very serious. He's taking his time. He's I think, trying to look for that one-punch knockout, which is not a wise move for an up-and-coming fighter. He has to just fight his own fight, try to use combinations, and if the knockout comes, it comes.
Second right solid.
Knockdown.
Landed by Floyd Mayweather, flush on the face of Miguel Melo, who is looking as if, what in the world are you talking about? But he caught that one flush on the face from Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, Matty.
Has a little abrasion on the left side of his lip. Good left hook by Melo.
Caught him flush as well.
He there feinted with the right hand and came back with a left hook that caught Mayweather by surprise.
Indeed, why you can't take anyone lightly.
Well, again, Oscar, we may be getting some questions answered about whether Mayweather can really take a punch.
Well, there has been so many cases where up-and-coming fighters who have all the experience in the world, who have all the confidence in the world, they try to take these guys lightly because they have 8 fights and 2 defeats or whatever it is, whatever the case is. They try to take the guy lightly, and then come fight night, that opponent surprises them. So now I think Mayweather right here has his hands full. And
everything come from behind your jab. You know that. Okay? Yep. How you feel now?
And certainly Floyd Mayweather knows he's in for a bout here, Gil. He took some wicked punches in that second round.
So, let's take a look at that knockdown by Mayweather. And it was a right. James, you were wrong again. Right into the ribs.
Get out of there early. Get him out, Inspector. Time in.
Well, he had caught him flush with a couple of rights to the face first before he delivered the one to the ribs, but Mayweather knows he's got somebody in there who at least is standing up to him macho-wise.
I think so. These fighters here who are experienced, who have, I guess, he's older than Mayweather. He has more experience, and I feel that he's taking Mayweather as a unexperienced fighter. He knows that he can maybe overpower Mayweather, and he's very confident at this point inside that ring.
Well, the one thing, the fight has been very fast-paced fight, and I think that's going to be the Mayweather's advantage because we know that he's in excellent condition, and Melo took the fight on 2 weeks' notice, so he may be wearing out.
Mayweather has been quite effective with right hands to the face of Melo, and Melo has been intent trying to get to the body as well.
He's dangerous while he's in there, Melo. He's really winging.
What I sense from Mayweather is that he's a bit anxious to take this guy out in the first rounds, and I feel he should just take his time, and the win will come naturally.
Slugfest in tight by both. Nice uppercut by Mayweather. To the body.
That left hook to the body's been Mayweather's best punch for the entire fight. That should take something out of Melo. Good left hook by Melo again.
Mayweather working on the body, something that his father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., said he was trying to get his son to do more of, working to the body in tight.
Hey, don't punch. Push off, Floyd.
Well, I tell you, for a year of inactivity, not bad stamina, at least thus far, being displayed by Melo.
Oscar, do you notice the lack of jabs by both fighters? They're both throwing Sunday punches, just about every punch.
They're both leaving themselves wide open. They're going for the body, but they're leaving themselves wide open. If there's a fighter who steps it up and just plays it smart, he would throw the jab, and score points all night.
You'd like to see a lot more patience being displayed by Mayweather.
Well, I think so.
Knockdown.
And the patience there paid off as Mayweather has dropped Melo a second time.
6.
Big left hook right on the button.
And Melo has indicated he wants no more as Floyd Mayweather takes care of him in the third round. But I tell you, I got to believe that Mayweather knew that he was in for a fight this evening.
He was in for a fight, and Melo gave him a good match. I mean, this kid Melo is strong. He was very confident, but Mayweather, the great fighter that he is, the upcoming star that he is going to do very well, and he did great tonight.
Any questions answered from either of you in terms of Mayweather's ability to take some punches?
Well, he took some pretty good raps tonight, and he's in with a strong, mature guy in there. Showed a lot of physical strength. He showed me a lot tonight, Mayweather. But he does get hit. Gets hit a little more than I thought he would get hit. If, as Oscar said, he would have used his jab, he would have been better off.
As we take a look at the knockdown that pretty much ended it for Melo.
Well, it was a combination of different punches. It was not just one punch, but the accumulation of all the hard punches that just dropped him and just wore him out.
And again, Oscar, the patience being displayed that you said Mayweather should have shown early on, as opposed to going to that Sunday knockout punch. Flush on the chin. Now, I found it pretty interesting as well that in Miguel Melo's corner, his corner man doesn't speak any Spanish. Melo doesn't speak any English. I'm wondering how they communicated.
I believe that the ring rust, I guess got a toll on his body, because when you're inactive for about a year or more, then it affects you. It affects your performance. Even though you feel good inside the gym, you're training, it can affect you come fight night.
All right, let's check in right now with Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Smoger calls a halt to this bout. The official time, 2 minutes, 30 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory. His record now 15-0, 13 KOs. He is Pretty Boy Floyd Mayweather.
And fights, all or nothing, the final assault. Our main event for the IBF WBO Junior Bantamweight Championship of the World, Johnny Tapia takes on Andy Augusto. In our second World Championship fight is for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship, Vince Phillips versus Freddie Pendleton. And this will be a war for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship, Hector Lizarraga, and welcome Nisita, the pride of South Africa. And to start the show off is going to be a good one. The IBF Junior Flyweight Championship of the World, Mauricio Pastrana and Manuel Herrera. Well, hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Sheridan, and welcome to the Amphitheater in Pompano Beach, Florida. We talked about in our pre-fight show, if you didn't see it, what a great, exciting night of boxing we have on tap for you. Of course, the highlight, as I mentioned so many times really already, is the Johnny Tapia marriage with Don King. This kid is so very, very exciting. But we've got a couple of guys that are going to head off this fight card for you tonight, and they really don't like each other at all. They've kind of jerked each other around a little bit. Both of them have avoided each other. There was supposed to be a fight last summer sometime. One of the guys didn't show up for the weigh-in. He was stripped for the title. Then last week, this fight was supposed to happen again. Bobby Lee had to get involved in it. He's the son of Bob Lee, the president of the IBF. And Bob Lee said, look, this fight is going to take place, and it's going to take place next week. Well, next week is tonight. And that's going to be our very first fight on the card, and it's going to be a good one. I see that the fighters are beginning to make the individual ways into the ring, and as I see them beginning to move in there, we'll tell you a little bit about our first fight of the night. Coming up, it's the IBF Junior Flyweight Championship, Mauricio Pastrana and Manuel Herrera. This fight, as I mentioned, is an interesting fight. Coming in, Pastrana undefeated, he's 16-0. 13 KOs, and this is Manuel Herrera. He's coming in. He's ranked number 1 in the IBF. He's 18-5-2 with 7 KOs. This is his 5th title shot. He has kind of a poor history in big fights, but nonetheless, he's a guy that has really an amazing career. He had over 300 amateur fights. He was in the Olympics from the Dominican Republic. He in 1984 and again in 88 in the 87 Panama Games. Now we see this guy coming down here. That's the Pan Am Games, I should say, not the Panama Games. From Sincelejo in Colombia. He's a tough street kid. He had a pretty good amateur career record too, 43-5. He had no mother as a youngster. His mother was actually he had no dad. His mother was only 12 years old when he was born, so you know that he had a real tough upbringing. He won the IBF title by meeting and beating Michael Carbajal. In May, he pulled out of the fight, as I mentioned, against Herrera, claiming a groin injury, but that wasn't good enough for the IBF, so they stripped him of the title and immediately ordered him to fight the number 1 contender, which is Herrera. There he is, the pride of Sincelejo in Colombia. All right, we're going to take a look at the tail of the tape, and we can tell you a few things about it. First off, Pastrana is 3 inches shorter. That could be a factor. The weight exactly the same at the limit for the junior flyweight division, 108 pounds. The age, as you can see, is a big difference too, but Herrera is in his prime, 24 to 31. Pastrana is a couple of inches shorter, and both of these guys are coming over unusual fights. In January of '97, it was a 12-round split decision over Michael Carbajal, the big upset for Pastrana and for Herrera. As you take a look at the rules, we'll talk about him in a second. Here's the rules under which this fight will be contested. It's the 10-point must-scoring system. These are unified rules now. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. Also in August, Herrera is coming off a technical draw against Anis Roga. That fight took place in Indio, California. We're just about set to go. I see our ring announcer, the classy, ever classy, Jimmy Lennon Jr. has moved into the center of the ring. We're ready to get things underway, so let's go to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you. We welcome you to the Pompano Beach Amphitheater here in beautiful Pompano Beach, Florida, as we have a big night of action coming away, a USSB big event brought to you by Don King Productions and US Satellite Broadcasting. This bout coming away features the first of our World Championship attractions. It is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation, the chairman Robert Lee Sr., supervisor Darrell Peoples, along with the Florida State Athletic Commission, chairman Eric Riley, executive director Mike Shanti. Now we introduce our judges scoring this bout from ringside: Al Bennett, Samuel Conde, and Stuart Winston. And introducing to you our referee in charge of this bout, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Bill Connors. All right, fans, here we go with the vacant IBF Junior Flyweight Championship of the World, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with red trim. He's originally from La Romana in the Dominican Republic, now fighting out of Miami, Florida. He weighed in at the junior flyweight limit, 108 pounds even, with a record of 18 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws. He has 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing the IBF #1 ranked junior flyweight contender. How about a hand for Manuel Olímpico Herrera. And his opponent across the ring on my right in this 12-round vacant world title bout. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with multicolor trim and joining us from Sincelejo, Colombia. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 108 pounds even. He is undefeated with a record of 16 wins, no losses, 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the former IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the World, the undefeated Mauricio Pastrana. And once again, a referee in charge, Bill Connors, now to give instructions, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled.
Ya recibí sus instrucciones atrás. Mira, yo quiero esta pelea bastante limpia. Hay preguntas aquí, escúcheme, y bien limpia. Todas las manos, buena suerte.
All right, so we're just about set to go. Bill Connors from Hialeah, Florida, the third man in the ring. We're ready to go in this vacant IBF Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. These 108-pounders, these fellas don't like each other. All you people down in Sincelejo in Colombia, I know you're looking for your man Mauricio Pastrana in the white trunks to be very formative tonight. He was great against Michael Carbajal. Can he be great against Manuel Herrera? Herrera, all kinds of good moves as a boxer, quick jab. They call him El Olympian in his native area. And I'll tell you, down in the Dominican Republic in La Romana, I know you're proud of your guy too. Let's see how it goes here in round number 1. 10-point must-scoring system. 3 judges will score the fight. The judges are from Miami, Puerto Rico, and the state of New Jersey in the United States. In the white trunks, you've got Pastrana. In the red trunks, it's Herrera. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching the U.S. Satellite Broadcasting System along with King Vision around the world. And we're glad that you can be with us here in Pompano Beach, Florida for our very first championship fight of the evening. Coming up, 3 more title fights after this one with the feature one featuring Johnny Tapia. Let's see how round number 1 goes here. Nothing really explosive so far here, as Pastrana tries to go head hunting with that left hook. See both guys extremely busy. These guys are the little guys of boxing, but they're the very active guys. I mentioned a few times before about the heat here. Now, we're in an amphitheater. You've probably seen these types of theaters around wherever your particular locale is, wherever you're watching. Mostly they're used in the summertime around New England and across to California and in the Midwest, where the people sit outside and then the stage is covered. Because of the boxing ring, the lights are very, very low and close to the ring, so it's extremely hot. It's about, I would say, under these lights, the area of 90 degrees. I mean, I'm just sitting here and I'm kind of perspiring pretty good. These guys are sweating, and it's just round number 1. Midway through this, the first round of this 108-pound championship fight for the IBF. We mentioned that Pastrana pulled out of the fight that was scheduled in May. Nobody has really landed a telling blow. That one looked like it was a good shot, but he actually slipped that punch, did Herrera. Herrera is definitely not a brawler. I've seen him fight several times, and he's a guy that likes to kind of patent himself after Sugar Ray Leonard. He doesn't have the ability that Leonard had, but he's a game fighter with a big heart and a lot of boxing skills. So this is the fight that could go a few rounds. When I take a look at the ring records in terms of KOs, there's 13 KOs on Pastrana's record, but most of them are TKOs, accumulation of punches, and most of his fights have been, with the exception actually of his fight against Michael Carbajal, have all been in Colombia. So I really, to be honest, don't know a lot about the competition that he's been in with, but he's in with a world-class fighter in Manuel Herrera, who comes in with a record of 18-5-2. And a very, very veteran fighter because of his tremendous amateur career of over 300 fights, winning most of them. 83 World Junior Champion under 16, 87 Pan Am Games winner. I'm talking about the guy now in the red trunks. 84 and 88 Olympian from the Dominican Republic, and over 3,000 amateur fights. Sheridan back here at Pompano Beach, Florida. U.S. Satellite Broadcasting and King Vision bringing you this for the vacant IBF Junior Flyweight Championship of the World. With his back to you now, sliding around to the left, is Manuel Herrera from La Ramona in the Dominican Republic. This is round number 2. It's scheduled for the championship limit of 12 rounds. These guys are boxers. They haven't got this crowd exactly buzzing because they are boxers. Mauricio Pastrana from Sincelejo in Colombia, a pretty crafty little fighter in there himself. Herrera in the first round was trying to land that right hand over Pastrana's jab, and let's see if he can be successful for it. Pastrana has kind of a hooking motion with that. Now he goes back to the jab. Watch when he hooks how he tries to counter with a straight left hand. Herrera can do a lot of things. He's handled by Tito Zabala Jr., Robert Quesada, Alex Matos, and he's got Wilfredo Vasquez, the 4-time world champion from Puerto Rico, in his corner. So the world of experience in there. Pastrana trying to live off that jab right now, trying to get his angles and get into position to throw that right hand, but he was short. Herrera very quick on his feet, and that's the book on him. Quick on his feet, quick hands. These guys are what you would call cagey fighters. Nice body shot that time by Pastrana in the white trunks. A looked into their eyes. They're all business. Remember, it's a very, very warm night here in Pompano Beach, but these guys at 108 pounds know what it's like to train down, and you have to keep your weight at 108 pounds. They really know what it's like. Very warm in areas of Colombia and also in the Dominican Republic. It's very tropical, so they're used to fighting in this weather. Last couple of times that Herrera has fought were in Indio, California, where it's exceptionally warm in August, because that's an outdoor arena as well. And the time before that, he fought Suratong, lost the WBC championship in Bangkok, Thailand. That was an outdoor arena, and it's roasting there. Even though we fought in December, it's quite like the tropical weather that actually they're experiencing right now. Downstairs with a body shot goes Pastrana. And this is a fight that's difficult for judges to score. I thought that neither guy really took command of the first round and scored it kind of even. And now it's, you know, one guy will do something and land a jab. The other guy will bounce back. He'll throw a punch back. These are difficult rounds to score. Stu Winston of Miami and Samuel Conti of Puerto Rico and Al Bennett of New Jersey have to work on. There's a shot that drops him. How about that? This is, I think this thing is going to go the distance. All of a sudden, Herrera gets nailed with a right hand by Pastrana. Bounce up to 5, 6, 7, and 8. He's all right. Bill Connor says, let it go. Closing seconds now of the second round. It was a flash knockdown. He's not in any trouble, although his legs can feel it. Look at him trying to finish him off, though. Closing seconds of the second round, and that certainly makes it a Pastrana round. So while he's just cruising along with the right hand that caught him, let's listen in for our Spanish-speaking people.
Eso. Ya viste que le diste una buena mano. Siempre acércate cabeceando. Ábrele con la derecha aquí, combina acá, ¿ok? Escucha, ¿cómo te sientes? Ya sabes que te sintió la mano. Con buena defensa, cabeceando.
All right, all he's saying is, you look at, you gave him a good shot, keep going after him with the right hand is basically what he's talking about. We'll show you a couple of different angles of this knockdown now. Watch for the right hand. Boom, right there beside the head. Wow, look at that. It looked like he almost cut him with a quick left, too. Let's see that again. All right, boom, right there. No, it's the right hand. No question about that. He was just so quick. I thought he cut him with a light left and then the right hand, but watch the right. Bang, right there on the ear. Wow. Good shots, good clean shots by Pastrana. All right, here we go, round number 3. Let's see if Herrera has had time enough to recover from that knockdown. Pretty good knockdown. His legs look a little bit rubbery and a little bit heavy. Oh, nice left hook again. Pastrana's in command right now. His legs are very rubbery. He's ready to go. Caught with another left hook. His legs are just rubberized. Right hand nails him. This is going to be the end of it very shortly here unless he can hang on or get down to one knee and take an 8 count to get those legs back. Look at his legs are like they're elastic in his knees. Herrera backing off and he tries to fight. He's game. He's got heart. And you see Pastrana trying to load up body shots. Coming back upstairs. He catches with the right hand. He's ready to go again. He can't hang on. Pastrana nails him, and look at the heart of this kid as Pastrana loads up shots. Oh, he's ready to go, and he's down. He'll be able to get up from this. It counts up to 4 and 5 and 6. He's taking the standing 8 count. You see the time remaining. There's no 3 knockdown rule. That's the first knockdown here. He was down in the second round. That's the first one here. There's a lot of time here, as you see. I don't think he can get through this round unless he really hangs on and something dramatic happens. He's game. You see him try to throw the uppercut inside, and he's smart to hang on. Pastrana's got to get patient, get set up, and then throw the right hand again. Comes to the left hook. He's looking to land the big right. He loads it up, and the kid hangs on. Nice job. Nice job here defensively for Herrera. He's got to survive this round. Pastrana trying to do exactly what I said, and let's get back under control. Look at this kid Herrera fight back. You know, when you've had 300 wars as an amateur, you learn something, and he's learned pretty good here. Hello, Pastrana. No, big right hand catches him on the ear. Look at these shots. He better answer. Bill will move in, and he's down for the second time in this round. Don't know if he can recover from this one. It's up to 4 and 5. He may not be able to make it. 6 and 7 and 8. He's not going to make it. 9 and 10. It's all over. It's a knockout. A third-round knockout for Mauricio Pastrana, who becomes, one more time, the IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the world. In dramatic fashion, congratulations to Pastrana and everybody in Sincelejo, Colombia. It came about 1:57 of the third round. Winner by knockout, Mauricio Pastrana, and the new IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the world. Well, I thought we were in for a snoozer in the first round, but Pastrana, obviously some of the opponents he had down in Colombia were pretty good fighters, because this kid really turned up a big notch for the third round and took out Herrera. Had him down in the second round and again in the third. We're going to show you what happened. We'll show you the first knockdown in this third round. It's the second knockdown of the fight, but the first knockdown in the third round. And we're going to show you from about 3 different angles. So let's go to that. Here we go. Let's see exactly what happened. Oh, just a clean right hand shot catches him. And his legs are gone right now. Watch the right hand. Boom, right there. He noticed a little dip. And when you see it the third time that Pastrana makes, he makes a little feint with that left shoulder. Watch it. See it? Boom, right there. Just caught him just as clean as you can be caught. Nice job by a camera guy. Super job getting that 3 different angles of that. Look at them here from Colombia. Some mighty happy puppies there, I'll tell you. Wow, look at that. Happy night. Don't forget, coming up, the Bacon IBF Featherweight Championship, Hector Lizarraga, and welcome Sita from South Africa. Bill Conn does a nice job refereeing, always does a good job. All right, now we'll show you the end of the fight. And we get this in a few angles, too. Bill Connors actually wants to move in, because look at all the unanswered blows down here. Herrera's on the rope. See Connors come in, and he knows it's a championship fight, wants to make sure, and finally catches him with a pretty good left hook, was the best punch. Now this angle will show you a little bit better. See, left hook there, and a nice, strong right hand, and you'll see the left hook that finishes it right there, and you'll see another one, and a third one, and now Connors gets the idea he's going to stop this fight, and he lets it go one more time. Now watch this left, and down he goes. Nice clean job, nice clean knockout. Connors wanted to stop it, but I think he did the right thing, made the right decision to let it go a little bit. All right, you see the celebration going on. I see Jimmy Lennon in position. So let's go up and get the final judgment and the official word from ring announcer Chainsaw Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 1 minute 57 seconds in round number 3. Our referee in charge, Bill Connors, reaches the count of 10. He's the winner by way of knockout. Now the 2-time IBF Junior Flyweight Champion of the world, Mauricio Pastrana.
We're going to show you exactly what happened to get this thing going, because it was in the second round that all of a sudden Pastrana was able to land a nice shot on Herrera, and he knocks him down to the canvas, and he gets him in a heap of trouble. And now we're going to show you the very end of the fight again. Sets it up, right hand behind the ear, and he's in trouble now. This fight's over virtually right here. Nice left, another unanswered left, and another left that raises up the top, tries to get himself in position, just really beats him in a submission. Bill comes in, catches him one more time behind the ear, and just beats him down to the canvas, and this kid can't take it anymore. Nice clean finish to the end of the fight. Well, we have an opportunity here. We want to welcome everybody at the Miccosukee Indian Bingo Pala, where they're watching this fight in Florida, in Miami, Florida. Welcome to all the Miccosukee Indians. Hey, there's Johnny Tapia. There he is, a live shot in the locker room, filled with confidence. Johnny knows what he has to do. The best boxing on TV is on USSB, and you'll see Johnny Tapia, U.S. Satellite Broadcasting in King Vision. There he is, kissing his wife, Teresa. As a kid, had all kinds of trouble as a youngster growing up. Drugs, prison, everything. Credits his wife, credits his religion for turning things around. And he's turned out to be a super kid. Johnny Tapia, a world champion. All right, let's tell you what we got coming up next. A lot more action coming your way here on King Vision. For the vacant IBF featherweight. It's Hector Lizarraga taking on Welcome Nocita for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Tonight, Hector Lizarraga, a master of that punishing body shot, has his focus totally on a world championship. Former world champion Welcome Nocita has plans to bring that championship belt back to his native South Africa. All right, Bob Sheridan back here. We want to welcome some other people. We're going to some 10,000 bars on the U.S. satellite broadcasting system in King Vision around the United States and Canada. We'll mention a couple of you. The Bella Vista Bar there in Cedar Crest, New Mexico. Glad that you can be with us. And we know that you've tuned in to see Johnny Tapia. He won that big battle of Albuquerque. He's something else. All right, they tell me we're ready for the next title fight, and the fighters will begin to make the individual ways into the ring for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Hector Lizarraga and Welcome Nocita coming into the ring. Here's Welcome Nocita. He's coming off a third-round knockout over Francisco Valenzuela. That fight took place in January of this year down in South Africa. He's got Manuel Stewart, as you see there, working with him. There's a flag of South Africa. This is his 10th title fight. The book on him, Quick Hands, former champion, you know. 1990, he won the title and defended it 6 times. Then he lost the title to Kennedy McKinley and then lost the rematch again to Kennedy. And since then, he's reeled off 6 straight wins dating back to 1994. He's the first world champion from the Eastern Cape province in South Africa, and they absolutely love him down there. And I know all you people that are watching in South Africa tonight, I want to give you a special welcome because I know this is a big night for you, and Welcome Nocita. And here's Hector Lizarraga. This guy you're going to love to watch too because he's a great, and when I don't say great about a lot of things that a lot of guys do, but this guy, I use the term specifically, he's a great body puncher. He's never been down in his career. His last loss was 6 years ago. In June of '94, he won the IBF Intercontinental Featherweight title, beating Cedric Mingo. He's reeled off 7 wins since taking the title. Record 33-8-5, 19 KOs, and he's got a great corner with him. Tony Trudnick is his chief second, but you saw Duke Durden and Big Jeff Gramosia in there. Gramosia, one of the best cut men in all of boxing, and Duke Durden, one of the best camp coordinators of them all. Duke, of course, engineered the career of Tom Boom Boom Johnson, the brilliant featherweight champion of the world, who lost his title to Prince Nassim. Well, let's take a look at this fight. Hector Lizarraga and Welcome Nocita. The tail of the tape tells us a few things. First off, there's a height difference. An inch in height. Lizarraga is shorter. The weight, about 1.5 pounds lighter is Lizarraga. The age, 1 year difference, and Lizarraga in the all-important reach has a 2-inch advantage. He's coming off a May TKO win in Las Vegas over Marcelo Rodriguez. These are the rules under which it'll be contested. It's the 10-point must scoring system. Again, it's the unified rules. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. So the stage is set. Welcome Nocita with his flag, and Hector Lizarraga of Fresno, California, are set to do battle for the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, we continue with our action. This bout coming away, our second World Championship attraction, once again brought to you by Don King Productions and USSB. This bout, once again, is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. The President, Robert Lee Sr., supervisor for this bout, Robert Lee Jr., along with the Florida State Athletic Commission. Now introducing our judges who will score this bout from ringside. We have Eugene Grant, Jay Cassis, and Bill Ray. And presenting our referee in charge, the third man in the ring is Armando Garcia. All right, fans, here we go with the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing. I introduced you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks and joining us all the way from Mandansane, South Africa. He weighed in at the featherweight limit, 126 pounds even. His outstanding record stands at 40 wins, 2 losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBF Junior Featherweight World Champion, currently ranked the IBF #2 featherweight contender in the world. Introducing, welcome, Nate. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round vacant World Championship bout, entering the ring wearing white trunks with red and green trim, and joining us from Fresno, California. He weighed in at a trim and ready 124 1/2 pounds with a record of 33 wins, 8 losses, and 5 draws. He has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the IBF #1 ranked featherweight contender in the world, introducing Hector Papi Lizarraga. And once again, Armando Garcia, our referee in charge.
Hector, welcome. I gave you instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. I expect you to obey my commands at all times, okay? This is a good clean punch right here, okay? And so's this right here, okay? Good. Keep your punches up, watch the headbutts, okay? Good luck. Okay. May the best man win.
All right, we're just about set to go. They've got a common opponent. Both of them fought Narcisco Valenzuela. Valenzuela was defeated by Lizarraga in 10 rounds, and then he fought the first time back in '91 to a technical draw.
Back in the corner, welcome.
Valenzuela was knocked out by Ncita in the 3rd round of his fight in 1997. Ncita's had 10 title fights, and this is the first title fight for Lizarraga. Ncita's fought a lot of good fighters, too. Guys like Rado Lopez, Sugar Baby Rojas. A couple of times he fought him. Here we go, round number 1. This is scheduled for 12. It's the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. That's the 126-pound division, and a good one. Lizarraga can do it all. He's a complete fighter. Look at this guy with a jab in the face of Ncita. Ncita told us yesterday he was taking his title back to South Africa come heck or high water. And the solid white trunks is Ncita from Don Senses, South Africa, in his 10th title fight. Lizarraga doesn't seem to be worried about the fact that he's in his first title fight. He's undefeated since 1991, ranked #1 in the IBF. Ncita right now for this vacant title is ranked #2 by the IBF. So you've got 1 and 2 here. Watch Lizarraga go to the body. That time he caught him in the head, but watch him try to work the body. Ncita's aware of it. You see the way he's bending at the trunk, but watch the way Lizarraga digs behind the right elbow of the former champ. One of the great guys for doing that, of course, is Julio Cesar Chavez and his peak. He's just a master. And Lizarraga, textbook. See that right there, that shot right there? That's the shot that he builds up points, and he also builds up a lot of confidence, and it really hurts when you tag down there. See that shot? Those are just around the liver area, and they hurt. His body punches, and I said, remember at the top, that this guy is a great body puncher, and he is. Edwin Rosario was a good body puncher. Look at these shots. See him digging down there. Now you see the way he winces, bringing that right elbow down. That opens him up for the left hook upstairs. Boy, I'll tell you, Lizarraga is just totally outboxing Nocita in this first round. Nocita looks slow. He's a good fighter. You can tell that as he goes with the right hand lead. But this guy, Lizarraga, looks like a complete fighter to me. He's been well schooled. Hector Velarde is his trainer and has done a nice job. And look at that. Oh, digging body shots. Look at both sides. Then he comes back upstairs. When he comes down to protect the lower ribs in his rib cage, Lizarraga comes right back upstairs. This kid is a good-looking featherweight. He's fighting like Boom Boom Johnson did when he was at the height of his career, who was one of the great featherweights, and he was also handled by Duke Durden and Jeff Grimosia. It's all Lizarraga here in the early going. Look at the body shots, then back upstairs with the right hand. Oh, boy, this is a good-looking fighter, Lizarraga. Digs behind that elbow again. He's just really having a feel there. Now look at Nocita trying to pick up the pace. He's not short on courage and bravado at all. Oh, man, look at the left hooks. Oh, what way you're watching, but I'll tell you, this kid looks like a complete fighter to me.
Time!
All right, let's go over to Lizarraga's corner. I want to hear what they have to say over there.
Mike. He's got a little nick. He's punching himself. Yeah, I know, but you're doing everything wrong, okay? So you can't keep letting
this is not Lizarraga's corner. This is Nocita's corner. Okay. Let's listen in.
Settle down. You're jumping. Settle down. This boy's very slow. Okay. Very slow. You can see his punches in a mile on, but you're just bending right into him. Okay. You got to settle down a little bit more and go to it and make him respect you a little more. So you got to fire back a little bit. Okay. So he has no respect for you.
All right, we're going to show you what I'm talking about. These body shots, these slow-mo shots to the body. Watch these shots. Boom, right there. That's the one I'm talking about, behind the right elbow. Watch this again. Watch. Watch it right here. Coming up right now. Bang, right there. Boy, those hurt. These are punishing body shots. And then watch them come back right in there. Boom, right there. On the hip. Boy, this guy can really bang to the body. Duke Durden said to me, he said, hey, Colonel, you keep an eye on this guy because you're going to see one of the best body punches you've seen. And I saw Lizarraga fight about 10 or 12 fights ago, and boy, he has really improved. He's a terrific fighter, fighting out of the Grimosia gym there up in Northern California. Big right hand gets through. Well, you heard Emmanuel Stewart a little bit there telling Nocita, hey, you got to get busy. You got to take it to this guy a little bit now. But it's pretty hard when you're taking body shots like this. There he goes with a straight left right to the forehead, right back to the body. Look at how high Lizarraga holds those hands. It's a tough target to hit. And he has that movement. See the movement of his head and his body? Wow, this guy up on his toes, digs to the body again. Now that was right on the liver. Look at these shots here. Now the referee tells him, Armando Garcia, hey, keep him up, keep him up. Back upstairs, bangs him again. Straight left hand. Nocita trying to be game, but boy, these body shots have got to take a toll on him. This is just round 2 and was scheduled for 12 rounds, but I'll tell you one thing, this won't go 12 rounds with body shots like this. Guy just can't take it. Double left hooks to the body and then back upstairs to the head. Look at this. I told you this might be a crowd pleaser. I expect Nocita to get a whole lot busier, or if he doesn't, Lizarraga's going to take him down with one of these liver shots, shots to the rib cage, because he's punishing him to the body. You see the way the elbows have come in, and Nocita, he doesn't mean to have it there. He just can't take many more shots, as hard as these shots are to his rib cage. He's really punishing the body. And when that happens and those elbows come down, the head will open up and he'll come right back up with double hooks. So you can see this game. He's game. Lizarraga can counterpunch too. Notice the way he goes back and then he'll plant his feet and then he'll take off. See right there, bang, he bangs into the body. Nocita's showing a little bit more bravado. He's doing what Emmanuel Stewart told him to do in his corner, and that's get busier, but he's paying the price for getting busier. He throws, oh, nice right hand snuck through there by Nocita. Nocita tries to come with the uppercut, but Lizarraga's in perpetual motion. Up on his toes, bounces left, back to his right, slides back over to the left, plants his feet, goes to the body, back upstairs with the left hook, wow, with the right hand past the nose of Nocita. Nocita continues to come forward. Nocita bounces back. You see him up on his toes. Lizarraga backpedaling, then he plants his feet. This guy knows how to punch. And again, it's Nocita that's making the fight right now. He's coming forward, and Lizarraga is punishing him with counter shots. He tries the dipsy doodle, and oh, nice right hand gets through inside there. This kid is, again, not short on courage. Lizarraga beating him to the punch. Every once in a while, Nacita gets through with a shot. But look at this. I tell you, Nacita does not want to stand in a corner. I don't care how brave he is. Oh, big right hand gets through. It didn't dump him. And another right hand, the uppercut. Digs to the body. He doesn't go head-hunting crazy. He goes right back to the body. Nice finish to a good second round of action. The crowd likes it.
Relax and breathe. Close your eye. Nice and easy.
This is Jeff Promotion talking to him.
Hey, he backed you up a little too much. Open your mouth.
Hear what Jeff said, he's backing you up a little too much.
Right here.
Look at this action from the very end of the round. Look at how brave Nacita is, but look at the way Lizarraga beats him to the punch. Oh, look at that right hand spinning the head, then he digs to the body. Man, look at these shots. If this round was about 30 or 40 seconds longer, I think you would have had Nacita on the canvas for the first time. Oh, man, look at these shots. Big right hand. Back to live action now. We're at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater in Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching U.S. Satellite Broadcasting and King Vision around the world, and we're glad that you can be with us, especially you folks that are watching in the bars. The Miccosukee Indian Tribe Bingo Parlor in Miami, the Bella Vista Bar in Cedar Creek in New Mexico, and you people in the Mariscos del Atlantico up in the Bronx, New York. This is one you're going to like before it's all over. Lizarraga really giving a boxing lesson to welcome Nacita from South Africa. Welcome one and all. A little bit of a cut by the left eyebrow of Lizarraga. I think it's from the heads coming together. I didn't see any big blow, but Nacita sees the blood and he is trying to go after it, but in the meantime, a right hand he just walked into bangs him with that left hand to the body. Digging shot to the body. I can't tell exactly where that cut is. One thing about Lizarraga, he's got one of the very best cut men in the world working with him in Jeff Gramoja, so if that cut isn't too serious, it'll be closed very rapidly. It looks like it could be in a bad spot, though. We'll be able to tell you in between rounds a bit better. Right now, it's Nacita paying the price with body shots. He tries to come back game, but Lizarraga has that head in motion, very difficult to hit. You know, when Tyson was fighting at his best, he had this kind of movement. Just little slipping and just little side-to-side movement. In recent fights, Mike has lost that, going head-hunting himself and getting away from that. But Lizarraga, you just see these little slips, these little twists of the body, gets up on his toes, bounces around. The only danger is every once in a while, when he's feigning, he comes down with his head forward and the heads do come together. And Mike Tyson knows what that means, and so do these. Oh, big left hand by Nacita. He got Lizarraga.
Let go of the back of the head, Welcome. Let go of the back of the head.
Lizarraga can take a pretty good shot because he was nailed that time by left hook. Wait, I tell you, this is living up to what they said it would be, a tough fight. See him dig behind that elbow again? Nacita's some kind of tough, too. It's his 10th title fight, and he wants to take this back in the worst way. Told me, oh, right hand gets through by Nacita. Nacita having his best round. Lizarraga, the consummate professional, lays that left hand out there and tries to keep coming. Look at these guys fighting. This is what you call a terrific fight to this point. Both guys landing blows. Remember, Lizarraga has never been down in his career. And Nacita is on a 6-fight win string. He's looking pretty good at some stages here in the third round. But Lizarraga is the man that can really land those body shots. You see more confidence now in the eyes of Nacita. You see him feigning and moving the trunk back and forth and sliding that head back and forth. Inside of 10 seconds to go now in the third round. A pretty good round for Nacita. Oh, big shot again! Wow, they're loading up shots, and one guy and the other guy gets cut. What a terrific fight this has turned out to be. The crowd likes it, and they're applauding at the end of the round. And I love it.
He's won all of the rounds on my scorecard, but he's tired now. Understand? You got to push him pretty hard. Give me the
Hand up to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Have a hand for our next beautiful ring.
Well, in the U.S. Satellite Broadcasting System, they said, hey, why don't you show the ring girls? You know, a lot of guys that like fights also like girls. Well, I can agree with that. Here you go.
All the ring
nice cattle, and I love hindquarters, but I haven't seen anything like that on the farm. Listen to Manny talk to him now.
Straight to the inside.
Emmanuel Stewart.
Blocking at the same time. Short punches. That's all you got to do and push him back. Well, this man is getting tired now, but he's
I'm going to show you some good action now as Nacita takes his instructions. We'll show you how he follows them. Watch this action by Nacita. Good action by both fighters. Nacita lands that left hand, and you see it puts Lizarraga back on his heels. Emmanuel Stewart is talking to him, had some great fighters in his career too. Tommy Hearns, Evander Holyfield, the great Gerald McClellan, Michael Mora, Oscar De La Hoya. Now he's working with Lennox Lewis, so he's a great teacher in that Clark gym up there in Detroit. Round number 4. I take a look at my scorecard, and I gave Lizarraga the first 2. I gave Nacita the third, so this fight is dead even, basically. Nacita is starting to come on a little bit. And as I say that, he is nailed by an uppercut, a left hand. He bangs him inside of the body, a short, crisp right hand inside. Lizarraga has hit him with some flush shots. Let's go. Now he turns his back, and the referee Garcia says, okay, guys, get right back at it. This is going good. Look at these guys loading up shots. Boom, he cut that one up on the shoulder. Look at the way they load up these shots, man. Takes it on the ear. Lizarraga tries to cut him off as he slides to his left, does Nacita. Lizarraga goes right around, now he tries to spin him, but Nacita had no part of it. Remember, he's in his 10th world title fight. He's got some experience. As great as the ability of Lizarraga is, this Nacita had been around. This has turned out to be a tough fight. The way it was looking the first couple of rounds, I thought Lizarraga was just going to waltz through this thing. He's having his way right now.
Okay, let's go. Come on, break it
up
there.
By golly, you got to go back to Kennedy McKinney back in 1994 to see a loss on the record. This Nacita, then he wiped out Roberto Godoy in Sun City, South Africa, Carlos Rocha in South Africa, Peter Harris in South Africa. And look at the action here. These guys are really loading up shots. I think Nacita's winning this round too. Boy, I'll tell you one thing, the crowd is into this, but they have no idea if this was in a bigger arena, the crowd would be going absolutely berserk, or if this was down in South Africa, in Cape Town, someplace like that, or maybe out in Fresno, California, where they really like Lizarraga, the crowd would be going absolutely berserk, because this is, hey, let me tell you something, on USSB, it doesn't get any better than this. These are two finely conditioned athletes in the peak of their careers, right around the age of 30, 31. They're in tremendous physical condition, and look at the effort they're putting out, and it is some kind of hot here. Look at these guys. Lizarraga comes on, Nacita comes back. As he slides across the ring, Nacita bounces one off the forehead, then whistles one past the jaw. Lizarraga comes in, they tie each other up, but their hands are free. Armando Garcia doing a nice job staying out of it when their hands are free too and letting these guys fight. Nacita has to slide down the ropes and get out of there. He doesn't want to stay in the ropes like this or he's going to get banged. Look at this action here. Look at it. Time! All right, we take a look at these boxing gloves, and it plays an interesting role because Freddie Pendleton had a set of boxing gloves that were damaged. We're in the locker room now with Freddie Pendleton, and the Boxing Commission changed his gloves. And you see Freddie from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania originally, and now living in Miami, actually living in Miami for about the past 15 years. Al Banani working on them. Those are the new gloves he's going to be wearing, so good job by the Florida State Athletic Commission to pick up the problem. And right now, we've got a real good fight going here. I thought Nacita came on pretty good in the 4th round, and I gave it to him. Watch Lizarraga coming back, nailing him with shots here. Comes on again. Oh man, this is some kind of fight, I gotta tell you. All right, here we go. This is round number 5. I'm Bob Sheridan. We're at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater in Pompano Beach, Florida. A beautiful little arena for boxing, and we've got some kind of card for you because these two guys, I'm telling you, I thought that they might steal the show at the top of this show. We've already seen one big surprise with the 3rd round knockout. Mauricio Pastrana, third-round knockout over Manuel Herrera to win that vacant IBF Junior Flyweight Championship. And this fight here had been a war from the opening bell. Body shots by Lizarraga, headshots by Nacita. Gave Lizarraga the first 2 rounds, and Nacita the third round, and just barely Lizarraga the 4th round. But look at the way Nacita continually tries to fight back. Neither guy has been down. A little bit of a cut by the eye of Lizarraga in the 3rd round, but with Jeff Gramoja in there, he's like a doctor. He can stitch up eyes better than most plastic surgeons, I'll tell you. Look at these shots by Lizarraga. What a terrific fighter he is. And when you see a guy perform like this, because he's performing against a guy in his 10th world title fight who is really tough. I mean, Nacita's a cagey fighter. He's doing a lot of good things, too. He slips a lot of punches. He slips and rolls. He turns opponents. He does a lot of good things. And most of all, he's got a tremendous heart. Look at these shots. Just exchange. Lizarraga stays on him. He's doing the right thing. What he should do is spin him into the ropes exactly like that, but get out of there. You shouldn't let Lizarraga stay on him like that. He should spin him into the ropes and slide down and get out of there. Get off the ropes. It's no place for Nacita to be. And now he waltzes him towards the center of the ring. One of the best guys that I've seen do that trick better than anybody is Evander Holyfield. He'll walk in, get inside a guy's punching power, hook his arm, and walk him to the center of the ring. Then he'll shake his arm loose real hard and get away. That's how you get off the ropes if you're being smothered. Look at these shots, digging body shots. That cut is a bit of a problem by the eye of Lizarraga. Digs to the body, but we're getting to the point where it won't make any difference because after 6 rounds it goes to the scorecard anyhow, and it's not a dangerous... You see that, as I was talking, that jab that snapped the head back of Lizarraga? Man, this is a good fight. You talk about guys working. You talk about tremendous athletes. You talk about great conditioning. You talk about heart, desire, and ability. These guys have it all. Unfortunately, in the United States, we just don't appreciate the little guys as much as we appreciate the heavyweights. I wish we could see more heavyweights fight with the intensity that these guys are fighting with, I'll tell you. Closing seconds of the 5th round now, and a very tough fight for both guys. Bell ends round number 5. All right, we're going to listen to Emmanuel Stewart now.
6. Okay. We got the first going down the stretch there. Not big enough. You still let him out punch it too much. You got to try to punch, and you got to try to push it back. Short punches, and don't drop your hand in one shot when you punch it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to push it because he's throwing it around it. So you got to win the rest of these rounds. You got to go out and let the shot go and pushing the man back as you're punching. So let your right hand go more, okay? Okay. You get close to him and let the hook right hand go, and then you get to come back with a straight left after this. You understand? Okay. No.
All right, champ. You know, you're fighting fine, but you know you got to take it to the next notch now.
All right, let's watch this replay. Look at this uppercut. He catches him pretty good, but it doesn't seem to take any effect on him. Nice, another nice uppercut. You see what's happening now in that 5th round. Although Lizarraga actually won the round, his opponent, Nacita, is trying to get off first, and it's working for him when he does get off first. But you heard what Emmanuel said. The key thing in that whole exchange in there was, hey, he's won every single round. Well, on my scorecard, I gave him the seat of the 3rd round, and I got Lizarraga winning 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. This is the 6th round. And I tell you, they're close 10-9 rounds. Lizarraga throws a lot of punches, and Nacita answers with just as many. But I think, in my opinion, in the rounds that I gave Lizarraga, more clean blows, and especially body shots, very effective body shots. Nacita has the heart of a lion. I tell you, this kid is really, really tough. Look at him load up the right hand. Lizarraga right on him now. These guys definitely came to fight us. Lizarraga with the white trunks and the green and red trim on his. Nacita with the solid white trunks. Nacita from South Africa came in here 40 and 2 with 21 knockouts. Lizarraga 33 and 8 with 5 draws in his record, 19 knockouts. Most of the losses on Lizarraga's career came in his first couple of years of fighting. And since then, he's just become a consummate professional. You know, when kids start out, sometimes they'll fight anybody just to take fights until they start getting managed properly. Lizarraga with Duke Durden is being managed properly now. And Tony Trudnick as well. Every time he gets hit, he smiles. Loads up the right hand, but Nacita just rolled with that. That's what Emmanuel Stewart was telling me before the fight. Watch the way this kid will roll. And when he does roll with his head away from the right hand of Lizarraga, he does a nice job. Now there's blood. I think it's coming from the mouth of Nacita. There's blood all over his ear and everything, but I'm quite sure it's maybe his tongue is cut or he's cut inside the mouth. Nice right hand that time by Lizarraga. Oh, he loads up the right hander, whistles over the shoulder. He gets him inside with a short crisp right hand to the left side of the jaw.
Shoulder there, welcome.
Look at the way this kid keeps fighting back, but he needs to get down off the ropes and get inside and walk off. And instead, he elects to throw a punch. Big right hand, nail him, spun his head again. Lizarraga nailing him with some good shots in this, the 6th round of this fight. Boy, you think the accumulation of body shots, and now that he's coming upstairs a little bit, this is a bad place for Nacita to fight this guy sitting on the ropes. Lizarraga can hurt you to the body, and he can nail you to the head. Right on the jaw, left hook behind the ear that time. Watch Nacita load up the right hand, bang, right there on the ear. Watch him again. He'll load it up again, he'll feint to the left, and then he'll throw the right hand behind that left hook. Now, Nacita finally get off the ropes, and that's what he should have done about 30 seconds ago. You see the time remaining inside of 12 seconds now in the 6th round. Lizarraga having a real good round here, loading up shots here. I don't know how many more rounds Nacita can take this kind of punishment without going down. This kid will not go down. Look at this. Another terrific round of boxing. That one's definitely Lizarraga's round. Let's listen in the Welcome's Corner again.
6 rounds roll by now, right?
Yes.
Okay, we got to go on down to the last half of the fight now. You got the guy trying to set out, but you got to take a little bit more control, okay? Because he's tired. You got to throw a lot of punches, but you're letting him get off too much. You got to try to push him back a little bit and back him up if you can a little bit. Okay, you got to try to take him back a little bit. Because he's throwing a lot of punches, but see, you're not taking advantage of him enough. Okay, so he's got to fight this up.
We'll show you what I mean about a seesaw battle because we got some early round action by Nacita. Watch, he catches him really good. Now look at him, he smiles at him. That doesn't hurt me, he says. And it didn't seem to hurt him at all. And now we show you some late round action by the other guy, Lizarraga. Look at this, at the closing bell. Look at him loading up these shots. Wow, here we go, round number 7, Pompano Beach Amphitheater. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching U.S. Satellite Broadcasting in King Vision around the world. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are and that you're nice and warm and tight. Especially you people up there in the North Country. It's very, very warm down here in the cool weather up north of the United States. You can probably appreciate how hard these guys are working. It's like a July day down here in Pompano Beach. The very tip of Florida, the southeast portion for you people that are watching around the world inside the east coast of the United States. It's broiling down here. Nice right hand gets by and nails Lizarraga. But it's Lizarraga just not showing any effect. See that elbow coming up and setting it up? Referee's going to say something about that because Nacita's getting a little bit fatigued at times and he's starting to do some strange things. Watch that elbow come forward again. Instead he goes with a jab to the head of Lizarraga. Now right now at this point in the 7th round, this round is even. And Lizarraga is really got to keep control because Nacita wants to do what his corner man, Emmanuel Stewart, told him, that turn up the pace, and he is turning up the pace. Lizarraga goes into a defensive mode of kind of taunting him a little bit with moving that body around, but he's taking some serious shots. This is the best round of the fight for Nacita. I gave Nacita the 4th round, but he's having a better 7th round than he had 4th round. But now watch Lizarraga start to come back in the midway point here of this, the 7th round. And this is the way it goes. It seesaws back and forth. Now is Nacita punched out for this round? We'll find out, because if Lizarraga can land one big blow, this guy could go. He's expended an awful lot of energy, has Nacita. Lizarraga stays right on him, but look at the way Nacita keeps throwing punches. Boy, are these guys in great condition. 7th round action. There's that digging body shot behind the elbow, and Nacita cracking right hand on the ear. This has been a tough war through 6 and well into this 7th round now. Lizarraga tries to load up that right hand, but really hasn't landed it flush there. Back to the body shots, and he works his way up the trunk of Nacita. Nacita just stands there flat-footed and lets him do it. He tries to counter to the body of Lizarraga, but he just can't hurt Lizarraga to the body at all. Lizarraga, I'm surprised, hasn't hurt him more to the body. He'll bring those elbows in when he nails them in those ribs. His ribs are going to be really sore tomorrow, I'll tell you that. Now watch Lizarraga try to nail him with the right hand to the head. He goes to the left hook and just glances it across the nose. He wants to load up the right hand. He's trying to sucker him in, and he's moving his body off the left shoulder now of Nicita, and he'll throw that right hand when he gets the chance. There it is, right there, right on the ear. And I can tell when he's going to do that because he moves his right foot just outside the left foot of Nicita. And look at these shots here. He's loading up again in the closing seconds, just the way into the last round. Nicita had a pretty good first half of the round, and it was all Lizarraga, and Lizarraga landed the heavy blows that the judges will be looking at. I got to give that round again to Lizarraga. There's that cut. Listen to Jeff Grimogen as they work on that.
We're coming down the stretch with this guy. You've got to hit him 2 times in the fucking body. And don't let him steal the play. He's trying to punch with you in the body. Start hitting him hard in that body.
All right, you see the body shots here by Lizarraga, but it's Nicita who loads up that big right hand. Watch the double right. One there, and watch this again. Boom, right there on the ear. That was in the early going of the round. Then Lizarraga came back and totally controlled the last almost 2 minutes of the round. Here we go, round 8. Hey, I said this could steal the show. Oh, tell you, it just started to drizzle outside there. We're undercover, but out in the crowd, they get a little drizzle and nobody's moving. This fight's too good. They don't want to miss it at all. They're covering up a little bit as the bit of rain comes down, but these people aren't going anyplace. This fight's too good. I'd get wet for this one myself. Bob Sheridan here. You're watching U.S. satellite broadcasting in the United States of America and around the world, King Vision. They've joined forces, and you're going to see a lot more of this. Look at these guys work. 8th round action. This is scheduled for 12. This is the 126-pound featherweight division. Nice uppercut by Nicita. It's amazing. He's hit some really flush shots to Lizarraga, and Lizarraga just won't go. It's no wonder this guy's never been down in his career. Both of these guys are tremendous shape. Nobody wants to give this thing up. And this is the kind of fight that really nobody should lose because they're working so hard. But Lizarraga is well out in front, in my opinion, in this fight. Nice left hook. A little bit of a low blow there, but it was away from the referee, who's doing a nice job, Armando Garcia, because this is a tough fight. Look at these guys in there. Another little bit of a low blow by Lizarraga. In spite of the fact it's accidental, it's still a foul, but the referee hasn't said much about it yet, or anything actually about it. Look at that. Cracked him again behind that left ear. Lazy right hand. Now he's trying to load up inside, digs to the body, and Nicita keeps throwing punches. Look at this. He doesn't want to fight in here. He should slide down the ropes now or go in and walk him away. But instead he does it with his hands again. Well, this Nicita has a lot of confidence in his own ability. Tell you one thing, he has taken some severe body shots and he's holding up. I don't know how the body can take these shots. Oh, he loaded up that one and a whistle right past the right cheekbone of Nicita that time. Lizarraga trying to land a big right hand in here. Let's see if he can do it. Comes upstairs. They're a little punched out right now, but he needs to take a step back, get some room, and load up. See how arm weary he is with that right hand? His mind said let it go, and his body wouldn't let him because he's really arm weary. Right now, Nicita has a chance because Lizarraga can't throw some real hard blows. See, he wants to. The mind is saying throw, throw, throw. A lot of time left. Oh, he catches him with a right hand, a looping right hand, though. It's amazing that he's got this kind of accuracy. Welcome Nicita certainly has taken a lot of blows, but he's still fresh enough to hold up against this guy. His legs are wobbly, though, and I wonder why they haven't been more wobbled before this. Closing seconds now in the 8th round. Another Lizarraga round. Boy, this is really a tough fight. Nice round of action for Lizarraga again. All right, we're in the dressing room of Andy Augusto. The state of Florida does not like the way they're taping the hand, and they're saying it's an illegal wrap according to Florida rules. they're not stopping rapping, and it could be a problem here because you can only use so many feet of gauze and so much tape, and there's specific rules to the exact amount that you can use. But Felix Trinidad Sr. is continuing to rap, and the Florida boxing officials are right there, and they're threatening to not let him fight if they don't re-wrap his hands, and Felix just continues to rap. We'll watch the story for you, though, folks, as we get ready to go to the 9th round for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship, and this is a good one. Hector Lizarraga to the right of your screen with a green and red trim on his white trunks, taking on the pride of, well, I suppose East London, South Africa would be the closest place to Dunsanse, South Africa, where he's from. I'll tell you one thing, he wanted to take this back and dedicate this fight to Nelson Mandela. If he doesn't win the fight, President Mandela, all I can say is you got to be proud of this kid because he fought his heart out for you and all of South Africa. But this is still anybody's fight at this stage. I've got Lizarraga on my scorecard up in front by about 4 points, but you've got the 4 rounds to score yet. A little bit of cut by the eye of Lizarraga way back in the 3rd round. The corner's done a nice job. Nice sneaky left hand inside. Lizarraga getting hit more in the last couple of rounds, but he's doing a lot of hitting as well. Look at this guy, toe-to-toe, right up against the ropes. This is a tough fight. Man. I've broadcast a lot of fights in my career over 25 years, and you don't see looping right hands like that and then see the guy get nailed and then come right back. Look at the determination on the face of Lizarraga when you get that tight shot. Look at the determination in that fight. Man, you hit me, I'm going to gut you, he says. And look at that. Nacita instead tries to get him, and Lizarraga backs him into the ropes again. Nacita keeps bobbing and weaving, but it doesn't do any good. They've got to be fatigued. Halfway through this, the 9th round of a very, very tough IBF Featherweight Championship fight. Talk about championship fights, it doesn't get any better than this. The best boxing on TV is on USSB, and we're glad to be here. USSB and King Vision at Pompano Beach to bring it to you. The IBF 126-pound division, and watch Lizarraga with this Nacita with his back to the ropes. Both guys working hard. Nacita usually has been throwing punches to come off of those ropes instead of sliding one way or the other. He just fights like a bull. Look at this guy. Lizarraga measures him with the left hand, lets the right hand go. He's trying to set him up for another big right hand, the overhand right that time. But Nacita, when he gets hit, just keeps fighting back. Lizarraga is frustrated. Hey, I'm nailing this guy with shots to the body, shots to the head. I'm banging him on the shoulder, to the side of the head, to the chin, and he won't go. What he needs to do is take a step back and nail him with an uppercut. Surprise him with something different. But look at Nacita fight his way back off those ropes. This is not textbook boxing. I don't think Manny Stewart wants him to fight this way, but that's his style. He's just a very tough kid. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lizarraga has hit him with everything, and he won't go. Neither fighter has been down. Closing seconds now of the 9th round. Oh, man, what a nice round of boxing.
You guys are too slow.
Well, I'll tell you, as good as the fight is, the weather is here. This is beautiful, South Florida. The aerial shots for tonight's show are courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. You know, it's based right here in Pompano Beach, Florida. It was back in 1979 when the first Goodyear Blimp called its home Pompano Beach, and the name of that blimp was the Enterprise. And this is our long shot here, the Pompano Beach Amphitheater here in Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching the U.S. Satellite Broadcasting System. The best boxing on TV is on USSB. Be sure to catch the only daily boxing news update every day on USSB Channel 900. And by the way, the next big event on USSB is the Spice Girls Wild, a concert from Istanbul. And that'll be January 17th, 1 week before the Super Bowl. Best boxing on TV is on USSB. Hey, and I believe that watching this fight. All right, this is round number 10. Scheduled for 12. And we look down at the Nacita's record. He's gone 12 rounds, but you have to go back to April of 94, and then prior to that, April of 92. Again, this is his 12th 10th world title fight, so he's used to going the 12 a few times in his career. In 91, he went the distance on 3 different occasions, and they did it again in 1990. So this is not a strange territory for him. But Lizarraga is in his first world championship fight, but he's gone 12 rounds when he fought Cedric Mingo back in 94 in Atlantic City, and Gabriel Castro 12 rounds in Las Vegas in December of 94. So this is not strange territory to him either. And both of these guys are in such great shape. It's just no wonder nobody's been down with the shots that have been landed. Lizarraga, I think, has landed more. There's no doubt in my mind he's landed more. But I'll tell you one thing, there have been some tough rounds when Nacita has really tagged him on a few occasions, too. This is a good fight. 2 really, really good boxers. Nacita won't take no for an answer. He won't get off the ropes when this guy comes in. He won't slide one way or the other. He chooses to keep his hands free and box. And this is what it's all about. Now the rain is really starting to come down good outside there in the crowd. We're all covered up here, and the fighters are plenty warm with these lights, but a little bit of a buzz in the crowd with the water coming down pretty good here. It's a tropical rain, so hopefully it'll get over in a hurry. Look at these guys exchange shots. Lizarraga, look at the look in his face. Well, now you see Nacita's face. But Lizarraga has a look in his face. What do I have to do to drop this guy, he's saying. Look at him, toe-to-toe, head-to-head, cheek-to-cheek, fist-to-fist, and fist-to-jaw, fist-to-head. Look at this. Why these guys are tough. This bores into the corner again, does Lizarraga, and now he comes off, bangs him with the right hand, spins the head around, and he just keeps throwing punches. Lizarraga has a look almost of frustration on his face. What do I have to do to dump this guy? Nacita's not thinking that way. He keeps throwing punches. You see the time remaining. Inside of 22 seconds to go in the 10th round. Lizarraga's just throwing more punches, landing more. But there's a big mouse on his right eye. He's a little slit by the left eye. Cohen did a great job. Every once in a while, Nacita gets one thrown, loads up the right hand, bangs him to the body again. Both guys have landed punches in this exchange. The referee thinking about stopping it right now. He better answer. Big shot at the end of the round. A big left hook landed by Hector Lizarraga. Boy, is this kid a good fighter. I don't know if you appreciate it when you're watching it, but I'll tell you one thing. I really enjoy it. Let's listen and see what the doctor says.
If we say this, no, you're going to stop it? Yeah. You want to stop it? Yeah. You don't care for that. That's what I've got.
I think they're going to stop this thing. That's it. The fight's all over. They have stopped it. It's over. It's all over. The fight is over. They don't realize in the corner. And now the celebration begins for Lizarraga, who is the brand new IBF featherweight champion of the world. It'll be scored as a TKO after 10 rounds. Hector Lizarraga wins the vacant IBF 126-pound championship. Emmanuel Stewart asked his fighter if they wanted him to stop it, and the fighter himself, Nacita, said, yeah, I can't take any more. And he took a series of real good headshots. The fact of the matter is, whether it was a referee or Emmanuel Stewart that made the decision, it was a proper decision because I think Manny realized that Lizarraga was way out in front in this fight. I could have scored 99-92 with 2 rounds to go. Why should Nacita take any more punishment? This guy will be back to fight another day. Super job by that guy in red, Jeff Gramoja, keeping that cut shut. Just a great, great victory for Hector Lizarraga. All right, watch this. Lizarraga just loading up shots here at the end. Just a brilliant fight. A little bit earlier in the round. And here's the end of the round action. Wow, look at this. Look at the shots he takes, clean shots. Now, the referee at this point was thinking of stopping the fight because at this stage, Nacita's not answering anything, and he's really getting tagged. And there the referee goes in, but that's because the bell sounded. Look at the shots. Watch the way he loads up. Look at those left hooks. Another left hand, the right hand to the ear. Light shot there. Big, strong left again. See the referee looking in, loads up the right hand, and finally the bell sounds, ending it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're going to get the official announcement from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. He's all set up there, so let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 10. A referee in charge, Armando Garcia, stops the contest on advice of the corner. He's the winner by way of technical knockout, and he is the new IBF featherweight champion of the world, Hector Papi Lizarraga.
We're going to have Hector Lizarraga over here momentarily. The still photographers getting him in the shot. A brilliant victory for him. A great job by their entire corner. Getting a few more shots. We'll take our time. It's okay. We'll take our time and we'll get him over here. All right, we're all set to go. Hey, the first thing I got to do, we're on this camera right up here. Hector, slide right over here so they can see you. Super, super job. You know, I haven't seen you fight in a couple of years, and I don't know where the improvement came from, but absolutely sensational job in there. You just outboxing tremendously.
The improvement came with the teamwork. All my team, you know, and myself. This job will be done without all my team. Jeff Morsha, my trainer, Hector Valadares, my co-trainer, Tony Duke Dern, and my manager Jim Piper right here. I mean, all this will be done without their help, and this is a teamwork.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. These guys know something about featherweights because Big Jeff Gramoja and Duke Durden and Tony Trudnick, they know something about him. They had a guy by the name of Boom Boom Johnson, and I got to tell you one thing, Hector. You look every bit as good as Boom Boom in some of his fights. You're a tremendous champion. I'm just so pleased with the effort that you had. You're in tremendous shape. You're a little mouse here, a little slit over there, but Big Jeff, one of the best cut men in the world.
Well, it's part of the business. You know, I knew that this could happen, and I was ready for it. And thank you for comparing myself to Boom Boom Johnson. He was one great champion. He made 12 defenses, and I hope I do as many as he did with myself.
Well, Hector, let me ask you this. This kid was some kind of tough. Were you frustrated at any stage? I mean, if I were in there banging him the way you did, that you just couldn't really knock him down.
Well, I knew that he was going to be ready for, like you said right there, I was working to the head and then coming out to the body, because I knew I was going to get him weak to the body shots.
Well, look at this at the end of the fight now. This is the last round. Look at the clean shots you're hitting him with there.
Oh, yeah, like I said, he was ready. He was ready to go. So that's good that he get back, because in the following round, he was going to go down, definitely.
Well, look at these finishing shots. The referee right here, well, as he steps in because the bell sounds, but I got to tell you, Hector, as you watch it again, just watch it again, describe it.
Look at that. And like I said, I was mainly working on the body shots to slow him down, and it works. In the first round, I slowed him down with the body shots, and I was coming up to the head. So, like you said, right there, boom, he was ready to go.
He certainly was ready to go. You know, I said going in that this could be one of the best fights of the night. So far, it lived up to everything they told me. Jeff Gramoja told me that you had one of the most punishing body shots, and you did. Were you surprised his hands didn't come down more so you could hit him with more clean head shots?
Well, the body shots, those are my favorite punches, the body shots. So it wasn't any problem hitting him with body shots. And we work at the gym to go to the body. And like I said, especially those are my favorite punches, the body shots. And I knew sooner or later he was going to give up, because those body shots were pretty clean.
Well, Hector, all three judges had you way ahead of the scorecard. It would have been a unanimous decision for you. Congratulations to you, Duke Durden, Tony Trudnick, Jeff Gramoja, your whole corner, your whole team, your wife, everybody that's here. Certainly congratulations. I'll give you a chance to say one more thing.
Well, the first, the guy or the person I have to thank this guy that gave me the opportunity and the strength to win this belt, and then my team. This was a teamwork after, God gave me the opportunity. And I just want to say hey to everybody back in Fresno, my friends and my enemies. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Okay, Hector, more action coming right up, so you stick right with us, folks.
Spice Girls are taking the world by storm, and they're coming home to you, only on pay-per-view. Emma, Jerry, Mel C, Victoria, Mel B know what you want, and they're giving you everything in the concert event of the year. The music, the moves, witness girl power in action. Spice Girls follow up the best-selling album of 1997 with Spice Girls in Concert, Wild. Saturday, January 17th, only on pay-per-view.
Watch the Spice Girls on U.S. Satellite Broadcasting.
It's Vince Phillips putting his title on the line against Freddie Pendleton for the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. After his dramatic stoppage of Costa Zoo, champion Vince Phillips knows he is now a marked man.
I beat Zoo, now I gotta fight everybody, which I'm looking to fight the best anyway. So, because in order to be the best, you gotta fight the best. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
It's been 4 long years since Freddie Pendleton held a world title, so he does not intend to let this opportunity pass him by.
Well, the opportunity for this title has taken me almost 2 years to get back at it. But I'm ready and prepared, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna go ahead and take this belt. I mean, it's been a long time waiting on it, but now that it's here, it's all mine.
All right, Bob Sheridan back here, back in my position here at ringside. I'll tell you, that fight really excited me. What a nice kid Hector Lizarraga is. Certainly deserving, and I want to say to you people watching in South Africa, just be really very welcoming to welcome Nisita when he returns home to South Africa. He put up some war. His heart was in it all the way, and he took an awful lot of punishment. He dealt out a bit, too. He was a tough kid. He was game, and I like to give him a lot of credit, too. So in South Africa, you be proud of your man because he may be in a world champion before this featherweight division is settled all around. A terrific fight, a big win for Hector Lizarraga. So we get 2 down and 2 to go. Coming up, Vince Phillips and Freddie Pendleton. But we want to show you a little bit more of Vince Phillips and Freddie Pendleton action, and I see that Freddie Pendleton is going to be making his way into the ring very shortly, so we'll stick right here. I'm going to show you a couple more features there, but they tell me, no, don't do that, Colonel. We got Freddie Pendleton coming in. Well, Freddie Pendleton is a terrific fighter. I hear his music, and I'll tell you this, that Freddie, who hails from Miami, Florida, originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, comes in with a record of 43, 21-4 with 31 knockouts. 21 losses, does that mean he's a club fighter? Absolutely not. This guy has fought everybody. He's a terrific fighter. He'll use his ring savvy and awesome punching power and stay right where he wants to be on top of the division. Veteran at 34 years old. He held, the IBF 135-pound title before deciding, here he is, Freddie Pendleton, before deciding that 140 pounds is the best place for him. He's riding a 3-fight win streak. By the way, all by knockouts. His most recent victim was Kevin Saddam in the first round of a fight in August 11th. Too bad it wasn't Saddam Hussein.
You think we've gotten too radical about message?
All right, and now we hear the music from Vince Phillips. Here's a nice kid who's had a tough life. 37 years old, 37-3, 26 KOs. From Las Vegas, Nevada. IBF junior welterweight champion has overcome substance abuse difficulties to climb the hard road, I'll say, to a world championship. He says, I'll never relinquish my championship in the ring. He won the title in May by stopping Costa Zoo in the 10th round, and he's making his second title defense. This could be a tough, hard-fought battle, and I'll tell you why. Because Phillips has a tendency to lead with his head. His last two fights have been stopped by cuts to his opponent. You heard all the belly aching that Mike Tyson did when he was cut because of the style of Evander Holyfield. Well, Freddie Pendleton has trained for this guy's tactics, and he knows how to stop it. We're going to take a look at the tail of the tape, and we can tell you a couple things here. Vince Phillips is a half-inch shorter. Their weight's exactly the same at 140. Age exactly the same, 34 years old each, and a half-inch shorter each won't make much difference, 70.5 to 71. Taking a look at the rules, and these will be the unified rules. 10-point must-scoring system, no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round, and only the referee can stop the fight. So the stage is set. We're ready to go for the 12-round IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World. Jimmy Lennon is standing by. We're set to go. So without further ado, here's the best ring announcer in the world, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, we continue our action in our USSB big event. This next World Championship attraction coming away once again by Don King Productions and USSB, and it is once again sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. The president is Robert Lee Sr., supervisor Darrell Peoples, along with the Florida State Athletic Commission, and the chairman is Eric Riley, the executive director Mike Shunty. Presenting to you our judges scoring this bout from ringside, Al DeVito, Frank Skilbred, and Hilton Whitaker. And introducing our referee in charge of this bout, we have Tommy Kimmins. All right, fans, here we go with the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the World, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing. Introducing to you first the challenger on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with gold trim and fighting out of Miami, Florida. He weighed in at the junior welterweight limit, 140 pounds even, with a record of 43 wins, 21 losses, and 4 draws. He has 31 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the former IBF lightweight champion of the world, currently ranked the #1 junior welterweight contender, introducing fearless Freddie Pendleton. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corners, the defending world champion. He is wearing purple trunks with white trim and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada. He weighed in the same as his opponent, 140 pounds even, with a record of 37 wins, 3 losses. He has 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his second defense of his title, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the defending IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Cool Vincent Phillips. Once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Tommy Kimmins.
All right, gentlemen, I gave you the instructions in the dressing room. Freddie, do you have any questions? Vince? All right, I want to remind you that this audience is here to watch you fight, so keep it clean. Dress them up.
So the stage is set for the 12-round IBF Junior Welterweight Championship. We can tell you a little bit about this. They have one common opponent. They both fought Tim Brooks, and as a result, Phillips dropped him in the 3rd round and knocked him out in his fight, and Pendleton had to go the distance to win in 12, so they both beat him, but Pendleton had to go the distance. This should be a good fight. Vince Phillips again, watch for the headbutts. Watch for his head to come forward. We're ready to rock and roll here. Phillips coming off this huge win over Costa Zoo. Now he has full confidence. Watch Freddie Pendleton. He's a veteran. He's fought everybody in the division. Tyrone Trice, Frankie Randall, Jimmy Paul, Roger Mayweather, Livingston Bramble, Sammy Fuentes. Listen to the guys he's fought. Tracy Spann for the IBF lightweight title. He won that in a technical draw. Mario Salazar, Pernell Whitaker, he lost that one. Rafael Ruelas lost that one, but he fought Giovanni Parisi, Steve Larimore. Wow, look at this. Felix Trinidad. He was knocked out by Trinidad, but he's some kind of tough. Fought everybody in the division. Freddie Pendleton in the white trunks with a gold fringe to the left of your screen. Now see the way that head comes down at Phillips? You'll know when he comes down and tries to headbutt, and he doesn't really do it intensely, but it's the way his head movement is. He tucks his chin and he comes forward, and he bounces. Almost caught Freddie. See Freddie stick the tongue out, loads one up to the body. Now what Freddie needs to do when that head comes in is grab right a hold of it. Gets clipped with a left hook. Phillips said, nobody's going to take my championship away from me in the ring. You see, Freddie is filled with desire. He knows at age 34 that this may be one of his last shots to win a championship. And I'll tell you, Vince Phillips, for all he's been through in his life, he's not going to give it up that easily either. He's 34 years old, and he loves being champion of the world. Both of these guys very aggressive. You'll see from time to time when Freddie either gets hit or does something good, he'll taunt, he'll stick his tongue out at his guy. He told me that's just something that happens. He said, I don't know why I do it, it just happens in there. And in the heat of battle, strange things can happen in a fight. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching the U.S. satellite broadcasting system in the United States and King Vision around the world. We had two good fights for you, and this one's beginning to shape up like a pretty good one, too. This is the first round of the scheduled 12-round IBF Junior Welterweight Championship of the world. I'll tell you, the crowd's into this one. You guys are a little bit bigger at 140 pounds than the last fight.
Work at it, guys. Let him go. Both of them, work at it. Let him go over there. Wait, don't punch him.
Vince likes to load up that right hand whenever he can, too. You see, he goes headhunting with it, but it was kind of a powering right. He needs to set it up off that left jab. Coming forward all the time. Freddie a little bit cautious right now. See, that right hand gets through, and Freddie counters with the right hand of his own. Both guys wide-eyed right now. See the way that chin is tucked, and Freddie, when he comes inside, ties him up pretty good in there. Third man in the ring, Tommy Kimmons, the referee. We've got some terrific referees, and we've seen some good refereeing here between Bill Connors and Garcia, all of these guys. Armando Garcia did a great job in that Lizarraga fight, and Connors, of course, in the Mauricio Pastrana fight. All right, the bell ends round number one. Really difficult round to score. I thought Phillips was the aggressor. We're listening to the corner of Phillips.
Mr. Referee, his head, please. All right, Ben, everything is working, but the thing is, you're trying to head her too much. Let's go ahead and continue working the battle.
Well, you haven't criticizing Phillips for headhunting too much. They said, let's go ahead and try and work the body.
On the inside, all right? Yeah. Jab, chin down, relax. Deep breath. Another one. You got that first round, that's jitters, just jitters.
This
now
is
we're
Al
gonna start
Banani.
control with that jab. Jab, jab, triple jab. Okay. Slide. Don't stick your head in. Okay. Deep breath.
Freddie, by the way, has a little bit of a history of cuts around his eyes. But when you fought as many wars as he's fought, it's not unusual. You got to watch for the headbutt. So far, it's not been a problem with Phillips' head down. He goes head-hunting with that right hand. Up on his toes is Freddie. Now you heard Al Banani say, you got to settle down now. Get that jab pumping. Keep him off you. And Freddie looks to have very quick hands, and Vince, while his hands don't look quite as fast, he looks like he might have a little bit more power, a little bit more bulky. Oh, digging body shot that time to Freddie Pendleton's hip. Freddie goes left and takes that quick step back right. What he's trying to do is get the angle on Vince so he can throw his right hand. And Vince is kind of tricky to hit because when you look like you're going to feint that left hook, he'll throw a straight right hand lead of his own. And he digs that right hand very, very good to the body. Now Freddie settled down a little bit here. We're in round number 2. This is scheduled for 12. This is the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship. That's a 140-pound division. It's Pendleton to the left of your screen. now to the right of your screen, and the champ, Vince Phillips, to the left of your screen. Remember, the odds against him beating Costa Zoo were tremendous, and he was able to execute it. And then he went up to Boston and defeated Mickey Ward in a third-round TKO. But Freddie Pendleton's a little bit more of a match than Mickey Ward was. See Freddie with that mouth open. That's a dangerous thing to do, because when you get hit with an uppercut or a punch with that tongue open, you can almost cut that tongue in half and get a very bad cut inside the mouth. Freddie told me it's just a habit. You see Freddie scored one right hand, and then right back with the left hook was Vince Phillips. A fight here. Vince is filled with confidence. He digs downstairs, avoids the right hand of Freddie. His hands are high. He's looking to throw the left hand and then the right behind it. Wide-eyed, and then there's the left hook. Freddie feints to the left and then goes to the left hook. And when he does that, he drops his right hand, so he's open for a left hook of cool Vince Phillips. Phillips with his back to you, now to the left of your screen. Freddie Pendleton with his back to you, now to the left of your screen. So around they circle. Very colorful is Freddie Pendleton. And you know something? You get two really good guys in here. Vince is a guy that really depends a lot on his religion now. Freddie is just an all-around good guy. But in here, it's a different story. It's World War III for these two kids. Both of them have tremendous desire. Both of them have been around. Big shot. Freddie turns his back to his opponent. That's illegal, by the way. You're not allowed to do that. A big body shot taken just below the liver. That was a low blow. Referee was in a position where he really didn't see how low and how heavily that landed. But, you know, if you get away with one of those every once in a while, it's a very good thing to do, because you can really hurt a guy. Oh, Freddie just missed the right hand, and now he turns his back again. Referee Tommy Kimmons has his work cut out to keep these guys straight. You see him hooking that elbow, and then Vince very cleanly lifts those arms up like, hey, I'm not doing anything wrong. I thought that was Vince Phillips' round.
Okay, look at me.
This is Al Banani speaking of Freddie Pendleton.
Use more jabs. Pump that jab. Break him up with that jab, okay? Here, look. Don't stick your head in. You see it? Don't do it. Okay. Right here. Look. He's getting tired already. All right? Because he's loading up. Don't load with him. Okay. You came with a two-punch combination.
Now watch Phillips here, then you see Freddie countering. See, Phillips comes in, Freddie comes back, he misses, bangs him behind the shoulder. You see the power of Phillips? Now watch Freddie. And you see Al Banani say, don't lean into this guy. I don't want you to get caught leaning in and get nailed by a right hand.
With the exchange,
Al Banani continues to talk.
Hook after those punches. Take it out. Let's go, kid.
All right, we're coming up to round number 3. This is scheduled for 12. This is a tough, hard fight right now. Both guys trying to establish themselves as taking command of this fight. And that Vince had a real good second round. Landed heavier blows than did Freddie. Freddie's got the quickness. He's quick on his feet, he's quick on his hands, and Vince beginning to land more shots. Good balance show that time by Vince. He was off balance and had his legs like underneath him, and all of a sudden he bounced over and got his legs right underneath himself again. So that's good balance. And I'll tell you one thing in sports that's very, very underrated, and that is balance in any sport. It could be hockey, skiing, football, baseball. You need to have good balance. In boxing especially, you need those feet firmly planted. You need to drive with a jab off the back leg. You need to really get leverage to throw the right hand. Balance is so important in all sports. Freddie Pendleton facing you now to the right of your screen. The champion, Vince Phillips, in the maroon and white trunks. This is round 3, and it's scheduled for 12. 140-pound division of the IBF. Championship at stake. The champ working to the head of Freddie Pendleton. Freddie seems happy to counter here as Vince just tries to chase him down, and now he opens up. Big shots landed by both guys in there. Freddie just can't help it. When he even lands a shot, he gets hit by a shot, he's sticking that tongue out. Just a bad habit that he's got.
Watch your head.
Wow, that left hand is Freddie Pendleton. Oh, Vince Phillips is really cool in attitude, but it's very, very warm in there. A little bit earlier in the evening for the first couple of fights, it was roasting in here. Cool down just a bit. This is about coming up to 10:40 on the east coast of the United States of America. And you see Freddie complaining to the referee about what, I don't know. He's complaining about low blows. Jody Heaps is right on the spot here. My statistician, he says, they've been low blows. And there have been a couple of really heavy low blows, and Freddie doesn't like it. Nice job slipping that punch. See the way Vince just ducked that head, just moved his head about an inch in the wild right hand. Nice short push right hand inside. Caught the attention of Freddie. Left hook. Wow, with the right hand. That time he was tripped. And right on the spot, Tommy Kimmons, what happened was he tripped over the outstretched left foot of Freddie Pendleton. And again, that's what I talk about. I like these referees that stay back off the action so that they can see exactly what's happening. The Florida State Athletic Commission has always had good referees, going back to that Eddie Eckert, who's now a judge, and guys like that, Bill Connors and all the new young referees that are here in Florida. They do a nice job. Right now with 15 seconds to go in the third, it's Vince Phillips having another pretty good round here. I thought the first round was very, very even, difficult to score, and I thought Vince established himself in the second round. Freddie loads up that chopping right hand, but it misses. This whistles past the ear. Look at these guys. Both falling shots as the bell ends round number 3. Freddie Pendleton. Vince Phillips.
Vince, we're looking all right. We're doing the good thing. For Vince, we're walking around and letting the man walk to him.
Don't forget, coming up next, there he is. The IBF and WBO Junior Bantamweight Champion. Johnny Tapia. What a nice kid he is. Got to know him pretty good this week. He and his wife, Teresa, they're wonderful, wonderful people. And this kid is a colorful kid. You can't help but like him. Andy Augusto has got his work cut on. Andy's a nice kid, too, from Puerto Rico. Watch this slip now. You'll see him right over the foot now. Watch this. Right there. You see it? Almost hooked around. He tried to stay up by hooking his ankle around the left leg of Freddie, but down he went, and the referee right on top of it. And that's the way I like to see it called.
We need more time. Hit it 3 and 4, baby. From Ben.
All right, here we go. This is round number 4. Both guys very aggressive in the first 3 rounds. I think that Phillips has landed heavier blows. Freddie's showing some hand speed, and when they get into it, both of them throw a lot of leather. This is a good, even fight for the championship of the world, the 140-pound division. It's a good one. Junior welterweights. Vince Phillips trying to cut Freddie off in the ring when Freddie goes backpedaling and sliding around. Look at downstairs he works. Cool Vince Phillips. Freddie was very concerned about head-butting and the heads coming together, but so far, oh, nice clean hit, right-hand shot by cool Vince Phillips to the left ear of Freddie Pendleton. Phillips beginning to take a little bit more command here. Freddie's still very, very game, but he's got that look of concern in his face as he loads up the right hand. A couple of occasions he's loaded up the right hand. The problem is he's short with his jab, and he's not really able to set the head up. You know, if you hit the jab, you set the guy up, but instead he's trying to throw hooks instead of working the right hand off the left jab. Watch what I mean now. See, he's short, and then he's tied up. You see Freddie, again, he doesn't care whether he lands his left jab or not, and then he throws right hand, and Phillips is able to duck underneath it when he throws it because Freddie's not setting him up with the left. He's throwing it. He's got the right idea, but you got to land it. That time, a nice straight left hand, but nothing behind it. There's the jab, but see what I mean? Short. That one does graze the forehead. He misses that one, and when he does that, immediately Phillips jumps right on the opportunity to counter it. Long looping right hand landed by Phillips. But he didn't like that when he's bouncing away. That one might have hurt him a little bit. Bangs to the body, does Phillips. And another bit of a low blow just below the liver area. Those shots to the body can really hurt a guy. There's another low blow there. Very clever. Away from the referee's side. The referee couldn't see that. That is not an accident. That is by training and ring savvy. Now that Lennox Lewis was a genius at the way he held on to Henry Akinwande when they fought in the far side of the referee. And of course everyone was complaining about Akinwande hanging on, but actually Lennox did a bit of holding on in that fight too, and he had really conned the referee a little bit in that one. And I'll tell you, cool Vince Phillips is very cool the way he gets to the offside of the referee and then bangs downstairs. That time was a looping right hand right in the eyes of the referee and right on the eye of Freddie Pendleton. Freddie beginning to show signs of a little bit of wear. And there's a third low blow. Wild shots from Vince. Vince looking very good right now. Big right hand lands and spins ahead of Freddie Pendleton. You better get out of this corner. He digs to the body. Freddie tries to hold his head inside again. 10 7 seconds to go in the 4th round. Freddie Wild with the left hand tries to dig with the body, and Vince ties him up. Nice job in the closing seconds of this, the 4th round of the fight. Let's listen into Freddie Pendleton's corner because he get kicked around in that round.
Come here. I need some of this water dumped next round. Give me a towel. Give me a towel. Hey, you lost every round. That was the worst. All right? Not backing this motherfucker up. Can't box him. You let him walk over to you. You listen to me. You want to go out like this? You want to try? Bend down. Go to his fucking body. Lift him up and bang him. Come on. Let's go. Got nothing to lose. Let's go. Spit it. Give me a towel.
You talk about going to his body. How about that for a body? Okay, there's some good Phillips action here. Watch this. Freddie's in a heap of trouble right here. Watch it. Watch it. Bounce that head back. Nails him with a good right hand. Spins the head. Hey, we're coming up to round number 5. I thought that the first round fairly even. Slightly in favor of Phillips. 2, 3, and 4. Definitely Vince Phillips' round. Let's see if he can keep the momentum going in round number 5. Remember, it's extremely warm here. We've got the television lights and a lot of humidity in South Florida. You people watching around the world, South Florida and the very southern portion of Texas and California in the United States are about the only places where it's real warm this time of year. And it's very hot for these fighters, and they're working hard, both of these men in there. 140-pound division. You hear people saying, watch the head, watch the head. Vince has that tendency to keep that chin tucked and kind of leave with his head, but he bangs him by the left ear. Pretty wide-eyed right now. But he needs to really do something to take the momentum away. He feints and doesn't seem to stop Vince Phillips at all. It's not fooling Phillips at all, the feinting. Freddie can get away with a lot of that feinting and sticking out the tongue and whatnot with lesser opponents. He's fought all the good guys. When you get in with the good guys, it's a lot tougher to get away from that stuff. Because Vince Phillips is just has too much ring savvy, I suppose is the word for it. He's 26 knockouts and his 37. Big shot there. But Freddie in a bit of trouble now. Vince moving in. Look at Freddie trying to fight back, but he goes to the uppercut. Now he has to hang on. Freddie's legs are wobbly. No punching, no punching. Let's see if he can nail him with that right hand. He ducks underneath. Freddie's in big trouble right now. His knees are gone. All Vince has to do is get back and get some room and then nail him with that right hand. He's looking to load it up. Bang! He comes with the uppercut, nails him with another right hand. Freddie fighting on instincts. He drills him with a low blow again. No punch. Freddie coming forward, loads up the right hand that goes over the head of cool Vince Phillips. Phillips really cool right now. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Freddie is fighting on instinct. His legs are still wobbly. Vince needs to load up that right hand, and he's looking to do it, but instead it's Freddie who's got his legs back a little bit more now. Both of them hanging on. 5th round scheduled for 12. Vince having another good round, and Freddie fighting as gamely and with as much instinct as he has. And now you notice the legs are a little bit gone on cool Vince Phillips, and that's just from fatigue from throwing so many punches. These guys are really working hard. Look at him, comes with the uppercut, bangs him behind the head, and Freddie keeps throwing punches himself. Pendleton to the left of your screen. Vince loads up the right hand, bangs it off the head of Freddie Pendleton.
Step back.
And now we've got a cut eye on Freddie Pendleton. It's his left eye. The heads did come together, and this was a concern. We'll be able to check that out and see if it was from a fist or from that head. You see the way Vince puts that head right down when he comes forward? Boom! Look at that shot. Freddie's been cut around that left eye before in his career.
No punching.
And I'll tell you, we knew that the cut would be a problem. He's got Dr. Ron Glatzer in his corner, and hopefully he can shut this thing up so the cut doesn't become a major problem during the remaining portion of this fight. But right now, in spite of the cut, it's Vince Phillips having his way. All right, the bell ends round number 5, and now we go over to the corner of Vince Phillips. Let's see what they say over there. We need to check out that other corner, and I'm sure we will. Let's listen.
Small town, drop to right here. I got cookie town right there. That's all clean, person. I'm clean, baby. Hook off the jab one, so I'll mix it up.
Accidental headbutt over there.
Accidental headbutt? All right. Give me my white medicine. My fucking medicine.
All right, watch Phillips. They call it an accidental headbutt that caused the cut. We're going to see if we can pick it up. That was nothing accidental about that. This is just Phillips going to work here. We don't show you on this one where it happened, but there's a crack right on top of that left eye of Freddie. There's one on the jaw, the left hook. Right on top of that eye again. Well, that was a good round for Vince Phillips. He's had a couple of real good rounds. Here we go, round 6. Let's see if that cut becomes a problem by the left eye of Freddie Pendleton. We're at the point now, if we get through the 6th round, it's going to be academic because they'll go to the scorecards. And according to my scorecard, Phillips has won just about every round in the fight. So Vince Phillips will be looking to drop that right hand on top of the left eye of Freddie. Freddie will be trying to hang in there. Freddie bounces around to the left, trying to get away from the power.
No punching.
He could be walking right into that right hand as he bounces to his left. And he doesn't need to take another shot on that left eye. He's trying to get that jab in the face on the top of the eye and then come in there with that big right hand on top of it again. Freddie's got to get his hands busy. He's got to connect with that jab. You see Phillips doing a nice job the way he is, just that little bit of head movement. So when Freddie jets out the jab, he's just missing. The right hand on top of that cut again, and it's starting to trickle blood already. And there's a lot of time here in the 6th round. Freddie misses with the right hand and countered by Phillips pretty good, but Phillips comes with the uppercut that time.
No punching. Clean break.
Freddie's wide-eyed, but he doesn't have that look of the eye of the tiger, and the reason for it is that Phillips is landing so many shots. See again, that slip again. Freddie's not landing that jab at all. You see he's short every time with it. When he's on target, Phillips has been doing a nice job of just rolling his head, just dipping his shoulder, and making Freddie miss. And then Freddie will come with the right hand, but he's open for counter right when that happens because he's not able to really set it up. And again, he's trying to set it up with the left hand, but it's just not working. And because of that, Phillips is able to counter him and nail him inside and hurt him to the body as well as to the head. Phillips is in command of this fight, make no mistake about it. Now, that could have been an intentional low blow. And you see the referee, Tommy Kimmons, comes in and says, hey, keep it up, Freddie. But Freddie, he's frustrated right now. This could be a street brawl before it's over. Both of these guys will go low if they think the other one's doing it on purpose. Punching right hand and a chopping right behind that. Phillips filled with confidence. He doesn't feel like Freddie can hurt him at all. Notice how low he's carrying the left hand. He's wide open for the right hand, but Freddie can't set it up because he's not doing a good job landing the left hand. See how wide open he is for the right hand? Freddie doesn't see it, though. Because when he throws his right hand, he's open for the counter right from the champion. Phillips doing a nice job controlling the pace of this fight. Inside of 25 seconds, 24, 23 to go in the 6th round. Both guys showing a little bit of fatigue here in the 6th round. Freddie, I thought, was really hurt and staggered back in the 5th round. And he's hit with a right hand, and down goes Freddie Pendleton. It counts up to 4 and 5. He cannot be saved by the bell. He's going to make it up, but his legs are really in trouble. It's up to the standing 8 count, and the bell ends the round. So he gets back up. So in a way, he is saved by the bell because he's out on his feet as he goes to his corner. We'll stay with Freddie.
Are you done? You acting like you're done. Look at me. Look at me. You've been getting caught all day. I'm going to stop the fight. I'll give you one more round, and I'm going to stop deep. Look at me. Look, talk to me. All right, suck it. Again.
All right, we're going to show you the knockdown. Just punches him right on top of the ear to the temporal bone, and down he goes.
Following this bout,
look at that.
Main event of the evening.
And watch it again. It's a cracking shot right to the temporal bone. Boom, right there. Just above the ear, and down he goes. Actually, if Al Banani was aware that his fighter is so far behind in this fight,
like this,
they would do him good to just stop this fight.
Hold on. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Freddie can recuperate at all here. Vince knows he can end this thing right now if he wants to.
Great, no punching.
And he takes him and waltzes him in. Freddie's fighting sloppy now. He's fighting like a street kid that's trying to use all his instincts, and he's pounded to the body again. Freddie's legs haven't recovered. He hasn't recovered from the pounding he took in the 6th round. Down in the 6th, cut eye in the 5th. We're in the 7th, and Freddie taking punishment again. See how sloppy his legs are, how loose he is in the knees? He's fighting on instincts. He's some kind of tough. But he's getting beat up right now. Vince Phillips having it all his way. Short, crisp right hand inside. Freddie back on his heels. He's reeling and ready to go. Again, digs to the body. He hangs on. He's going to get hurt. If this referee sees him get too many clean shots, I think he'll stop the fight. They won't let it go too much longer, I don't think, because Vince is hitting him with real clean shots. Freddie's got to answer back now. He's going to stop the fight. He tries to hang on.
Wait, no punch, no punch. Let him go, Freddie.
Almost 2 full minutes to go in the 7th round. Phillips loads up the right hand, and Freddie goes down again. I don't think he's going to be able to make it from this one. It's up to 3 and 4 and 5. He's on instinct at 6. His legs are gone at 7. I don't know if he can continue. It's at 8. He says, yes, he's going to let him go and give him one last shot. It is a world title fight. But he knows, oh, he gets clipped again. Vince knows he's got him now, and down he goes again. But he says no. It's a slip.
Let's go.
Down on the 6th, down here in the 7th. Look at Vince just loading up. He's ready to drop him again. Freddie tries to throw a wild shot. He caught Vince. Vince may have been staggered. Look at this. Freddie fighting back gamely. They're both loading up shots. Where does Freddie Pellerin get the energy to do what he's doing? He caught Vince Phillips. What a surprise. I thought this fight was just about over. A little under a minute to go, and this is the 7th round. Look at them throwing punches. Vince has still got enough to drop Freddie, who's out on his feet if he can get away from him, but Freddie on instinct throws a digging shot to the body. The crowd absolutely into this one. What a terrific fight. You talk about the best boxing on TV is on USSB. It definitely is tonight. Let me tell you that. It doesn't get any better than this. Big right hand bangs him on the forehead. Freddie's ready to go again. Inside of about 15 seconds to go in this the 7th round. Now Vince is up against the ropes. Where is Freddie getting the energy? Both guys throwing shots. Closing seconds of the 7th round. What a dramatic 7th round. Big shot again, landing. Look at these guys go at it. Wow, Freddie's totally out of his feet. And Vince's rubber knee too.
You're the champion. You hear me? Give me the water. You're the fucking champion. Come here, swallow. Let's go. Give me the towel. I got it, baby. I got it.
Keeping your hands up. Keeping your hands up, baby.
Short. Bring the uppercuts up to pick them up.
You don't get careless, okay? Still, you got to work your body. Keep the hands up. Just sit and dig. All you got to do is sit and wait for him. His shot is wide, okay? But then work on the gut.
You're falling in when you're throwing your punches. You got to step back from this guy's gut.
Oh, look at these shots here. He really nails Freddie with the right hand, and down he goes. All right, then this is a little bit of a slip here because they're both fatigued, and it's a little bit of a sloppy move there. But Freddie's okay at the stage. He's not totally recovered. Bob Sheridan here at the amphitheater in Pompano Beach. Doesn't get any better than what we're showing you tonight. King Vision and USSB, welcome to the big sport of boxing. Wow, with the right hand is Vince Phillips. Freddie Pellerin up on his toes now after being cut over the eye, the left eye in the 5th. Down in the 6th, down in the 7th, and when I thought he was ready to go in the 7th, didn't think he could recover, he gets up and lands a big shot to Vince Phillips. You talk about a guy fighting on instinct. Freddie has got some extra shot of adrenaline going that's keeping him on his feet. His legs are still very, very rubbery in the knees, and Vince trying to land that big right hand to get things going back his way again. Vince has that look of determination, and Freddie's still really wild-eyed. Phillips, the champ, facing you now, walking towards you. Loads up the right hand, and Freddie counters him. Vince doesn't have quite the confidence he had in the last round, but I'll tell you one thing, Freddie has proven to me that he has tremendous heart no matter what happens. And the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th round should go like that. Big right hand nails Freddie on the left side of the cheek. Freddie gets hit again with a short, crisp right hand, but then counters with the right hand of his own.
Oh, y'all, wait, no punching, no punching. Hey, don't grab the rope from here. Don't hurt the ropes. Let's go.
Well, this is some kind of tough fight. Wherever you're watching around the world on King Vision, here in the United States on USSB, you've got to be enjoying this one. You see the time remaining in this, the 8th round, inside of 120 to go. Bob Sheridan here at Pompano Beach, Florida, in our 3rd championship fight of the night. First two were exciting. Hector Lizarraga won the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship. Mauricio Pastrana won the vacant 108-pound championship with a 3rd-round knockout over Manuel Herrera. And in this one, Vince Phillips is comfortably out front in the fight, but Freddie Pendleton is proving he's got some kind of heart. He may not be the champion, but he possesses the heart of a champ. Oh, big shot that time landed. Freddie may be ready to go again. He's back on his heels. His legs are gone. But this kid is just totally on instinct. You know what that is, folks? Besides heart, it's great conditioning. I mean, Freddie was really nailed a couple of times. Down twice. He got hit pretty good then, and he stays on his feet. His corner, don't forget, Al Benetti was ready to stop the fight after the 6th round. Then he was down again in the 7th and turned it around. He's way behind in the fight. I've got it scored 70-62 with closing about 10 seconds to go now in the 8th round. And this is Phillips' round as well. Although Freddie's fought gamely, Phillips has landed the heavier blows. That big right hand got through. Freddie staggered again. If this round was about 30 seconds longer, he'd be ready to go again. Look at him. He's really out on his feet. Not him.
Balance, 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 Phillips, balance.
Go ahead and breathe. Wow.
And listen, baby, you got to work on your balance. And you got to, another thing you got to stop doing, Vince, listen up good.
The base of his skull.
Ken Adams, Bubba Stotts, and Percy Richardson working on the cuts. And let's
the
listen.
guy's got the body. Keep your hands up, bend your knees, turn the shots to the body, straight up the middle, come with the right hook, back with the left hook, pivot around to the right side, drop the right hand out.
All right, watch the right hand here now. Boom, right on the eye. Now, how did Freddie stand up to that? In the 8th round, he was down in the 6th and 7th, and he was hit flush on the eye, and he was able to withstand it. Conditioning, folks, and hard. Look at that shot. And Vince doesn't stop throwing punches either. All right, here we go. The 9th round. This is scheduled for 12. Freddie Pendleton hasn't gone 10 rounds since back in April of '95, and he hasn't fought a total of 10 rounds since then. 5 rounds against Felix Trinidad, 2 rounds against Mike Bryant, 2 rounds against James Martinez, and a round against Kevin Sardine. But he is proving to be a worthy contender for this title tonight. Freddie Pendleton showing me some kind of heart. Terrific kid, and so is Vince Phillips, a nice kid too. Vince, a street kid that got religion into his life, and now he loves being champion of the world and conditioned himself at age 34. He's really enjoying being champ, and both of these guys really working for you to put on a show and to prove what tremendous athletes they are. The big question coming into this fight was, could Freddie outbox Phillips? We know the answer to that now is no. Can Freddie hold off the early aggressiveness of Phillips was another big question. Yeah, he did, but he got hit with a lot of punches, so he really didn't win